go for round two. He's going to go for the knock. Goes for the roll down. And he's spotted Sivio. Looks for the clip, but he's not going to be able to get it. Jumps out instead, but goes down.
Forward, trying to get a better position using the smoker's advantage. Drives straight in.
Out instead, but goes down. Now it's just Portal alive. Poor Soul in a one-person squad, but he cannot do it.
Hello and welcome to all you lovely people to the PMCO 2020 Spring Split Pakistan region. This is going to be day number 1 and my name is Varun Super John and joining me on the desk is one of the biggest content creators of PUBG Mobile in the world. It's Ocean Sharma. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm not sure about that, but the fact that how am I doing? I'm doing really amazing right now because this is going to be the first day.
Yeah.
For Pakistan region, and we're gonna see some exciting, amazing teams. And I know that you are a crowd favorite out there as a caster, to be honest. So that's gonna be one of the things. So according to like all of the sources that I have gathered, the fact is that I have seen the way you have casted all those reasons. So you are quite a bit familiar with the teams as well, right? You know the goods, bads, uglies, and the crazies out there.
Yeah, I've seen some of these teams in action a lot through 2 different events, and a few of the teams returning like PES, Team Bablu, GH, DFUZe, they look pretty strong. They have always been consistent with their performances, especially 2 of the teams that I just mentioned and that are going to be playing today, Portal Esports and Team Bablu.
I mean, that's going to be interesting. I mean, and the teams, other than those names, they are going to be out there to, make their name in the history of the books. As we're going to have, obviously, the formats is that the things are going to happen. But then how you need to make the name, you need to get some points for each and every position that you gather. And the first position is going to get you 20 points, ladies and gentlemen. Second gets you 14. Third gets you 10. And then 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 till the 10th position. And 11 to 16 gets you a single point each alongside 1 kill and 1 point. So this 1 point of a single kill, changes everything when it comes to the pace of the game.
Definitely, everything can change and this can matter. This can factor and affect your overall standings and is going to be the thing that separates the best from the rest, because with that 1 point, we have seen this in other regions as well. 1 point difference causing a team to just stay into the top 24 and make it into the semi-finals and move on to the finals as well. But apart from that, let's have a look at the schedule for the day as well and see which games are going to be played. It's going to start off with Erangel first, then we have Sanhok, moving on to Miramar, and we end the day how we started on Erangel.
I mean, Erangel, 2 Erangels actually give you that home ground advantage that there should be. Like, we have started the game with Erangel right from our roots as well. Everyone goes out there. That is a default map that comes with the game, and if you want to go for it, you just go for it. Solo, duo, squads, that is how you start. But at the end, the squads is what matters because your squad is your power. Even if you are, lacking at some area, that is what thing happens. And let's just go for the squads as well, as we are going to take a look at the players, at the teams, the names that are out there. RSxTeamx, the first name, TeamBTK, the second name, ROGUENATIONx, Blacklist 2, Low Esports, Arkadians, Portal Esports, as you told, the crowd favorite, the fan favorite team out there. So we'll have to see if you're a fan favorite team, there's a lot on the expectations.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of expectations. Arkadians in Group A are a pretty strong team themselves. On the other side, TeamBTK, look at that. 3 players in the roster and that's going to be it. But still making it to the groups with 3 players, that is impressive. On the other side, Group B has Freestyle, HTeamXRange, another one of the strongest teams in the country. Team H2E, Esports or R3D Esports. Then we have Team Bablu, DFUZeOfficial, another strong team. Then we have Team Aqua with 3 players in the roster again, and then the last team in Group B is going to be FalaQ.
Alright, so this is going to be something that so many strong names coming out there, so many strong teams coming out there with their aggressive and impressive gameplay. But then there are other groups as well. Group C, the group that is not playing today obviously, but then the Group C and D are going to be the ones that are going to play tomorrow. We have the Stars, 247 Gaming, FTFX Esports Gaming Hub out there, F2D Esports, Team HR, KPK Gaming, FIME. That's for Group C for us. And I mean, the names are really good.
Yeah.
And the gameplay is one thing that we are gonna see as we are gonna proceed through the day through the days to come.
And once again, talking about strong teams, Group C, the strongest teams in this group are going to be Gaming Hub and KPK Gaming. But enough of that. Let's move on to Group D and see who all are there. It's going to be Team XDXY. Then we have the Real TG, Team HFD, Nexus Team, Team RNG, Team NV. Absol is one of the most deadliest players in the country. Then we have North Esports and Team TUF.
Fun story, fun fact. I have played against Team NV.
Oh.
Fun fact. I'm not gonna lie.
How did it feel?
And that video is present on my Instagram.
Yeah.
I mean, that was an incredible game. I was pushing FPP.
Yeah.
They were pushing FPP. I still remember it was a Yasnaya fight out there, and it was incredible. I mean, I lost all my 3 players.
Yeah.
And they were all 4 players sitting out in that area. And that fight is present on my Instagram. I know, like 3-4 months back or something. But then these players, like you said, the big names, and also their gameplay actually reflects in all those things. I still remember the caption was, if anyone knows the players of this team, just tell them that I love them. They were an incredible team in that fight. I mean, it was so difficult to, fight against those people. So I think they, justify their name, and the squads that are going to justify their name today are going to be from Group A and B, and I think we are about to be into the match as well.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be interesting, and as soon as the game or Erangel starts, things are going to be lit. Because I specifically remember one of my favorite moments from PUBG, one of the events I casted was PMPC, and during that time, there was this one game that happened on Erangel. The circle was in Primorsk, and I remember it so vividly that one player clutched out a 1 versus 6 situation.
Oh, that
like he rushed into a house, killed an entire squad, waited for 2 other players to come in, and then just wiped them out as well.
How do you do that? But let's see if some team actually pulls off a miracle, as the game is about to be live, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, the first trajectory is starting from hospital to military base. Gatka, Pochinki, Query, Feripia, Primorsk. If you guys want to go that, Georgopol, no one can actually forget that area. Military base, no Vorepnoi. And if you take a vehicle, you can go to Milta Pava and Yasna if you want to go. So let's see where the teams actually start. I can see FalaQ actually going to their drop location. I think they're going to go to Giorgio or Zaki if they want to start to that. So that's a variable starting area for the team. And then R3D. From Anubis, they are going to a Ruins drop or something. We'll have to see how those things happen. But then RSxTeamx is also dropping out in their location. I think they're going to go to Pochinki or something. Let's see what do the teams offer when the gameplay actually offers an alternate direction towards them.
Yeah, an alternate direction is what's going to be required, because military base is going to be available, Novo is going to be available, Pochinki. No one is heading towards Primorsk, Feripia, or the southwestern side of the map. Everyone is heading towards that northern section, the shooting range, Rozok School, Georgopol already being dropped upon, and some of the players, Diffuse, PES, they are going for that military base, but Diffuse is slightly gliding over towards that Novo side, so they are probably going to land somewhere close to the bridge area and then go for the Milta drop. On the other side, they are going to be contested over there as well. But talking about the other teams, everyone seems to have headed towards the northern part. And look at this, Ocean. This is interesting. Have you ever seen a cluster form towards Zaki?
I mean, this is pretty different. This is pretty weird. Zaki to Giorgio area, and from there to Ruins area as well. That's kind of something. I think the first fights and the first engagements are also coming around Pochinki area. As you can see, there are a lot of players, a cluster of players around in all those areas. The circle is going to favor them for first and the second zone, if anything. But after that, the rotations are going to come in handy. I think some shots are being fired out there, and some players are being taken down inside Pochinki's area as Arkadians are taking fight against H2E. So we'll have to see how that happens. As you can see, the players are rotating, the players are moving in forward. The early fights coming in handy, as you have AKM, you have shotgun, doesn't matter. All you need to go is guns blazing out in all those fights, because this is important. This is the first match out here, ladies and gentlemen, of PMCO Pakistan region. We'll have to see which team comes out on top, as Arkadians are headed up towards a fight with H2 Esports.
Yeah, that is going to be incredible. And with the way these teams have landed, this game is going to be full of aggression in the early game stages as well. Arkadians, they are looking to disengage, because H2K right now have the advantage. Arkadians, if they fall back now, this is the only opportunity they have, because if they actually get into an early game fight, with the way that H2E have positioned themselves, they are going to have an advantage if the fight goes on. Arkadians, the backside of this entire compound area is quite open, so there won't be an opportunity to run run away. The moment, as I was saying, this is going to be the opportunity to disengage just because H2E is going to be busy looting right now. So they can use this as a free time basically and run away out of this Pochinki area.
Probably as of now, I mean, if a strategy just works against you, it's going to work against you. If a strategy works with you, it's going to work with you. Look at Arkadians. They are out that area. Okay, that area where Arkadians players are, it's known as gas station. Like, there's a nomenclature of Pochinki. There is church, there is gas station, there are reservations, triangles, rectangles. All those areas are where you kind of go for drop. And this is an amazing team that you were talking, that you were telling me about, Bablu.
It's Bablu.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see how, they stand up to the gameplay because they are kind of surrounded by a lot of teams out there, because this Giorgio area has a lot of good names, a lot of good teams, and the teams are gonna go there with a lot of good guns blazing out in the fight. And PES to Vegeta, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if this guy goes Super Saiyan or not when the fights are gonna come in handy right in front of him. But currently he is safe. He's inside that military area, not inside the circle as of now, as of properly inside the circle, but still just trying to figure out where to rotate and how to rotate, as the first circle is going to commence in less than 10 seconds.
Yeah, now these guys, PES was one of those teams that's really good with tactical style gameplay. They are good with splitting up their players and still somehow manage to survive to the later stages of the game, but do not mistake that for them lacking the fire ability, because each of these players from the side of PES is actually pretty deadly. I have seen these guys clutch 1 versus 2, 1 versus 3 situations, and they do not stand down in those as well. But one of the teams, it's going to be Bablu right up against squad number 8, Xanax, Nizam, and Scout right in the compounds across from the side of Bablu. So they still haven't spotted out the players, but they are going to be looking to do that in the later stages. But right now, on this city across from the Georgia Pole area, Bablu is just going to go for the early game loot. They are going to look for that healing utility just because if they actually want to go in on that fight, they want to be safe. And Aqua Faddy is going to be taken out instantly by the Arkadians, who are just going berserk from the early game stages, just getting kills instantly.
Arkadians had an initial fight, initial engagement out there in Pochinki, did not go well for them, but then they were ready for the second fight that was thrown to them, and they took out the first kill out there. We have 58 people alive out here, ladies and gentlemen, 16 teams, all teams intact right now. What's gonna happen? As we can see, our team number 9, that is Low Esports, they are making their way inside that farm. The farm split drop is a really good drop. You can find good utilities, you can find good covers for your vehicles as well, and you can find good covers for yourself. But then all that matters is how you can just, rotate from those areas. The circles are not going to favor. I mean, as of now, the circle and circles farm, but then on the other hand, BTK Venom has taken a fight against FalaQ, and FalaQ clone has been taken down and just finished by Dark Soul by using a Scar L. H2 Esports on the other hand looking really, really good right now, as they were out there in Pochinki. They are in a good number right now. They were outnumbering Arkadians, but then they are 4 players. If they find one player of Arkadian, that is Ash from Ark, we'll have to see if that one player does the wonders, or are these numbers game gonna come in handy, as that's just one lone player out there from Arkadians in this area.
One lone player still surviving, but he is going to be collapsed upon by H2E if they get a hint that there is anyone in that area. Because if you hear a gunshot, if you hear a footstep, you do send a person to check it out. You do send someone to try and peek. But on the other sides, as we were talking about PES, the players are sort of starting to get close together. Khan right now in that buggy is going to look to rotate in towards the zone and escort his teammates in the zone as well. But look at this, Ocean, KT, the team is still stuck in that Novo area, but once they try to cross that bridge, DFUZe is going to be waiting for them right on the edge of that circle. And on the other side, squad number 7, they decided to go on the extreme western bank of the island, on the main island, and are going to be pretty much safe looting there. I mean, and the rotation is going to be pretty easy as well.
As of now, they're going to be safe out there. Our team number 7 is ROGUENATIONx, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have to see how they go for their rotations out of this, because see, we can see the location that there is no enemy right in front of them. They will kind of have to go for a hit and trial method for that thing, as they can split their rotations, they can split their loot, and they can split their movements from here on. But this can be a disaster for one of the teams, as team number 12, that is HTeamXRange, is gonna go right in front of team number 18, that is DFUZeOfficial, as they are crossing the bridge. I mean, as of now, no contestation has happened, but if that happens, we'll have to see. On the other hand, Arkadians with 3 players right now is trying to take a fight against 4 players of H2 Esports. What's gonna happen, we'll find out, as one house is on the side of Arkadians. 3 players in that one house. Rushing can be easy from H2 Esports side, but are they gonna rush? Because see, everyone from Arkadian is going to spray if they're going to rush in the open, and that open rush can actually be taken down, as Dread has an M24. I don't know if he has a good scope or not. If he has an incredible scope, he can just pop some heads.
But even at close ranges, if he actually manages to connect just one shot with that M24, that is going to do so much damage that his teammates basically have to touch one bullet, graze the enemy with a bullet, and he is going to be an instant knock. But as you said, Arkadians, they are pretty much clustered up, and in that squad house, if H2E try to rush in through the entrances, the stairs could be the choke point that the Arkadians used to send H2E to an early exit in this game. But on the other side, R3D, they are once again looking for those healing utilities, because Joker right now just has 1 first aid, 1 med kit, 4 energy drinks, 1 painkiller, and 10 bandages. Bandages do heal you up, but they do it quite slowly. So trading some of them out for an extra first aid is something these players are probably going to be trying to do. But look at this. Bablu slowly and steadily trying to crawl their way in towards squad number 8. And squad number 8, they are moving back little by little. Blacklist, they are being careful as well, because Xanax right now trying to see if we can spot out some of the players from the side of Bablu. The shots haven't been fired, so I still think the information is still hidden from both these teams. Other than that, if one of the guys have spotted basically someone's silhouette or someone moving through a window, someone on the roof, then that would have been crucial information. But in those scenarios, you just tell your team, all right, there's someone present, let's just hide and wait for them to move. Let's just wait for a sound cue to come in and then try and see if we can find an engagement. But once again, the circle has shifted, and this is a centralized circle as well. Ruins, Puchinki, School, players in Rozhok, they are going to be happy. Other than that, FalaQ, who ended towards Zarki, they are going to have to force themselves towards it now, southwards rotation. Bablu is going to come down as well, and so will DFUZeOfficial, who were all the way over to shooting range and Saverny.
I mean, this is going to be something. If H2E does not engage in the fight right now, they can still survive there for till the final zone, because the zone is going to be at a central shift for all the moments right now. But this is your squad number 9, ladies and gentlemen. The team that actually started rotating from farm area is still actually going for a rotation. And as you can see, H2E old boy, he knows the players are out there. He knows the location. He knows the information of Arkadians, but does not want to engage in a fight, because this fight happens in an open area. If they want to rush in, as you can see from Leon can spot the players from the side, and he has spotted it. Takes down one player, would like to finish him. The SKS comes in handy and goes down in the trade fire as well. H2E old boy does the damage, but the damage on his team has also been done. Both teams are down to 3 players. This was an incredible shot by player, that is Leon, but then Dread is trying to move forward. Can he go for it, as old boy is giving him adequate cover? But will it be or won't it be, as the rotations are about to come in handy? The first circle is the second circle is coming in slowly and steadily, but as of now, these teams are safe. I mean, not properly safe, but these teams are safe, as they don't have to worry about the zone.
They don't have to worry about it, but Arkadians, they are going to be worried about Team H2A right in front of them. Ash is crawling towards the balcony's door, but I think he should not have gone in. He should have stayed out and try to spot out the other players, but he is still doing that with a third-person perspective coming in handy. Ash is going to rotate and move in on the other side, but Dread, he's going to jump out the window and try and go in for another location, try to use that M24 on the players of Arkadians. But the second airdrop is coming in with the M249, the tac stock for the rifles and SMGs, level 3 armor, helmet, and the backpack. We talk about the M249 a lot these days, and in this meta, it just proves really, really important. Where in the later stages, you always get to see one of the players, the only man surviving for the squad, and that gun can actually help you clutch a 1 versus 4 situation.
That gun just helps in each and every situation. I mean, if you have that gun, if you have 100 bullets at least, you are going to pop some heads, pop some shots, pop some bodies out there, and that is going to reflect when the green smoke comes out of the crates, and that's going to be one of the things. Meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, your team number 12 is out there right in front of team number 12 is HTeamXRange, and team number 18 is DFUZe. As we were talking, the team that just they came through the bridge area were not contested as of now, so we'll have to see if a fight happens. And this is team number 20, FalaQ, right in front of you, ladies and gentlemen. Wizard is out there, and there is one player, that is Respect, who is just a bit far away. I would like to come to his players, as well as Wizard is trying to move in that area. Rozhok seems like a really good thing. We'll have to see how the rotations come in, as of now they are kind of outside the circle and can be contested by team number 14. That is 2x officials. That is just behind them. I think Wizard knows the location of the players, or if anything is trying to lure the players towards his side. And look at this, once again Zone goes for a central to downward shift. But for how long will the players be inside the circle? As the players in the north, you can see BTK has to reach the white circle as of now, and the Cold War is still going on right now. Arkadians with that UMP, they were trying to shot some other players, but once again would like to focus their attention on H2A as this Cold War goes on.
I think this has been a bit too late for the side of Arkadians. They have been hiding here for so long that they've wasted so much looting time that they could have utilized to find more ammo for themselves, more healing for themselves. But as you were talking about the circle, the way the zone has shifted, it's going to force a lot of teams in the north to rotate through the same trajectories. And right now, there is a cluster forming in towards the side of Pochinki, and Pochinki is one of the worst places you could pick for that last fight. Because there is going to be one squad in every single house. You pop your head, you basically peek an angle, you can take a shot at in your face.
Exactly. That's a good thing for if you are giving the shot, and a bad thing if you are taking the shot. That's going to be something. But then R3D is joining up a party out here, as you can see. But H2, you guys can see H2 is moving backwards right now. That's an important and crucial moment for themselves. If they get spotted, that's going to end horribly for the team. If they don't get spotted, that's going to be really, really good. But look at this. The information for team number 16, R3D Esports, has been given out here. Will the team go for the fight as Ezio is just sitting out there, taking that TPP, the crucial TPP that can change everything. He has a Scarl, and the Scarl is an incredible gun alongside the other Car 98. But out here, Bablu is ready for a fight. They have spotted out the players. One of their players is down right now, but he has no worries about him as he's moving forward. Low health on low Esports players, and Pikachu with that FPP is going for the fights right now. Spots no one out here. Switches to TPP once again. A Babe on Muzammil. That's really good right now. That is looking really good. But will the fights turn out to be on their way? That's one thing. Pikachu is reviving right now his player, that is Sharon. But then Ghost is also moving in forward, as Ghost needs to be out there on the cover fire for the team. But then low Esports, they were ready for a fight. They lost one of their players, have not done any damage, but out here, as you can see, Dani can move forward, and they are trying to move forward right now, just switch seats into the car. But then Muzammil, if he gets spotted, there's no chance he's going out of it, and Ghost just moves, and Muzammil is just out there snaking into the way. No one has spotted him. Look at this. From the side of Dani, you can just spot him. You cannot spot him yet. That is no information given from Muzammil's side, as Ghost is on the back end, and I'll have to see. How does a fight like this happen, as Bablu is ready for a fight, but then there's nothing happening out there. Ghost just takes down one player, and Bliss, Xanax was also out there, but then look at this. Look at this, they are just moving outside from that area.
They don't care. Team Bablu is really, really aggressive. And look at this, a nade to the face being cooked. It was moving forward. The other two players coming from behind. And Tired one stock down, but the revive is going to come in as Ghost is going to finish off Muzammil. And his squad is going to be in trouble now. Danny is the man left standing. Ghost on the other side is going to try and revive the other two teammates, Tyrant and Pikachu, the guys who went down. But now that is going to put LOU Esports in a lot of trouble. On the other side, Arkadians, look at Fairs, and he is lighting up the kill feed with that M4 in his hands.
We'll have to see what happens, as Dani has that M4 and they are ready for it. The revivals are coming in handy right now. Bablu has 2 kills and one of their players is getting revived. We'll have to see how the fights actually go on for it. But then as of now, Arkadians, they are also going for revive. The fights are happening in the proximity of Pochinki and in the proximity of all the players. We'll have to see how the fights actually go. PES has joined the party as R3D. They were not ready for it, but now they have the information. Vegeta is moving forward. Wolverine is moving forward. Khan is moving forward. We'll have to see how the fights actually end up, as Anubis is taking a perfect TPP, now cooking up for the perfect grenade. Can this grenade do the damage? Can it do it? Because the grenade has been thrown, the information was given, and it takes down one player. Does not take him down, but the health damage has been done, and the second grenade also comes in. But as of now, they know that there are their enemies, and they are not here to, give their spot.
Yeah, they do not want to give their spots. Nocto is actually taking some damage. But on the other side, R3D once again being really careful, giving their opponents the respect that they deserve. PES, one of the strongest teams in Pakistan right now, is going to try and contest and going to try and prove that they are one of the strongest teams. Will they take the chicken dinner in this game? But on the other side, the cluster in Pochinki is just in a straight line. Look at this. The houses next to the road, they have been sold out.
Yeah, never have I ever seen something like this. And BTK Dark Soul just trying to spot some players, shot some players and takes down one. Bablu Pikachu has been taken down out in the other fight as well. And RSX players also takes some players down. And Tyrant has taken one player. That was from Ghost. That was from Low Esports Ghost. That was something. And I think team number 7 is kind of in a bit of trouble. Low Esports makes out an exit on 16th position. I think Bablu has already won the fights alongside winning the hearts of thousands of players, thousands of the people who are actually watching this. We'll have to see how the fights actually go.
Yeah, now, but BTK Wendigo, he is looking with his crosshair on that DP, trying to spot the players from the side of ROG, but can he do that? The car has been spotted, so there is going to be a slight hint that there's someone present. But on the other side, Bablu, they have wiped out an entire squad of LOU Esports and are going to look to do the same to the remaining teams. Oh, the shots connecting. ROG JD is going to drop Aqua Hamza, and he is going to be finished off in an instant as well, but they are in trouble themselves. Now, they're going to have to come down the open mountain, and the shots being fired, the DP shots, can they actually connect? A few do, but the play zone actually gets a few kills for itself. But now Aqua, they are going to be in trouble, because now coming in down from the blue zone on this open slope is going to be really, really tricky. You do want to use your smokes, but you do not want to use them a little bit too early, or put them in a position wherein they are just focusing, they are just protecting you from just one angle. You want to use them to rush down.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
fighting on a flat is going to be a more even shot, but BTK Dark Soul has taken a lot of damage from somewhere.
Yeah, he did get shot from some other area. We'll have to see how that just goes. And Freestyle out here, ladies and gentlemen, this is the team that we are seeing in the first time in this particular match right now. Freestyle's players were also making an entry in Pochinki right now. And BTK has to get inside the zone, 96 meters away from the zone. And this is something. Team 2X is out there. Arkadians still surviving. Bablu Dani has taken fight from the other direction. And once again, Bablu Pikachu takes down HTX's players. So I think HTeamX is not raging right now, as Bablu are ready for a fight, and I won't be surprised right now if they just win the first match. PES Notco comes in the equation right now, takes down DFUZe, Sahir, and Aqua. Aqua's players have been taken down, and that gets an elimination on 15th, as Team Aqua just makes out their mark on the 15th position. PES, Vegeta, and Nocto are also trying to take some fights from their opponents in this area of Pochinki, and I think there is a huge cluster on Pochinki. The honeycomb has been made, and grenades and all the things are coming in just to finish out the opponents, and that AWM was also coming in handy, and ROGUENATIONx also makes out an exit alongside Team FalaQ on 14th and 13th respectively. This is something really, really crazy going on out there, with 39 players alive and 12 teams surviving for the game. DFUZeOfficial being the other one, and now make it to 11 and 10 as another team goes out, and that's gonna be BTK.
Yeah, BTK taking an early exit from the game, but now it is gonna be and it was the Arkadians who handed them that finish, but Bablu once again wreaking havoc, and HT is the team that's in their sights for now. Once again, PS Vegeta. Oh, he spots out the players. The car being blown up is going to knock down one, but the other one still survive. HT are basically sandwiched now. On one side, they have to deal with Bablu, but they can't do that for long, because they are going to be taken out of this game as well. Down to the top 9 teams. R3D, 1 player down. He still needs a revive.
Already Team Bablu has 7 kill points right now. They are trying to increase that number as we are talking, but if anything, I think the team is looking incredibly well. And this was our Team Freestyle, and they had MK14 as well. They were using it on auto, so that means they looted the second airdrop for the game. And Kashif has taken the fight against Anubis and takes on R3D Anubis in that area, in those compounds of Bronx. We'll have to see how that actually goes out, and they are looking good for a fight. And PS Wolverine with that M4 4x scope is trying to burst the tire of Bablu squad's vehicles, but then we'll have to see how that turns out. But one thing, Bablu is inside the circle, and all the other teams, like 99% of the teams, the 8 teams that are against them, they have to make their way in the circle.
Yeah, and this is going to be a hunting ground for the side of Bablu, because the teams are going to run in towards the open area, and Bablu, with the compound that they are in, can just shoot them with all the freedom that they want. And this could be... basically the teams are going to step into a meat grinder.
Just one team inside
Yeah.
the circle. That means all the other teams, when they will move in, they'll fight each other. They'll fight Bablu, and Bablu can actually secure a lot of kills. Look at this. The zone has started. Arkadians outside the circle right now. 7 points for them. 3 players remaining. PS Vegeta goes down as R3D takes the fight. Ezio has been taken down, and Playzone just does the damage. Ash taken down, and Arkadians spares and actually takes down one player from the other squad of Bliss out there. We'll have to see what happens. And S2 also goes down as FS goes for a team. S2 Esports gets eliminated on 9th position. 8 teams winning, 25 players out there, and Xanax will be taken down as Bablu goes, just takes out that kill for himself and for the team right now. Team Bablu looking good with 9 points right now. Make it 10 as we are talking at PES. Khan also gets eliminated out there.
Okay, is Danny fighting out in the open even though he has his teammates in the compound right behind him? That is just incredible. The man is just pulling shots for his team, and if his teammates can't spot out someone, he's out in the open right in front of the house taking those fights head on. Oh, Tyrant is out with him. They have set up a car cover for themselves. Look at this. That is just incredible.
Incredible. The incredible team presence, game presence coming out there from Bablu squad. Freestyle gets eliminated on the 8th spot, and out there you can see this car can easily get burst out. And if this car goes burst out, it's going to be endgame from Ninja. Ninja realizes that this goes out in the cover, but then he has to get into the zone that is 60 meters, and Blitz Scout also gets down. R3D Ezio gets down. Playzone is actually taking much more damage as compared to other people. That's one thing that we'll have to see how it goes. 17 people alive, 7 teams remaining. Bablu squad already with 10 kills strong right now, and we can make it 11 as one more person pops down. This is incredible. Each and every player, they are not playing from the zone, they are just playing to be saved away from Bablu squad right now. Look at this team creating a catastrophic havoc out there, and 2xOfficial also makes an exit. So let's just make out for the final 6 teams out there. Okay, fine. Alright, 4 right now as Blacklist 2 gets eliminated out in the fight as well. So, and RSxTeamx also gets out and exit. 4 teams, 8 players, and out of those 8, 4 players were from one team, and that is Team Bablu. I don't know how this team is playing, but that is an incredible domination. Once again, they are inside the circle right now. But then, yes, exactly, they are inside the circle. No other team is out there. The circle is just being handed out to this team. How is that happening right now? 13 points for one team out in the first match of Erangel in PMCO Pakistan. Pikachu gets another kill and now goes for a spray. Can he just spot someone, or will Tyrant do the job? Ghost is trying to spot some players as Tani is moving forward. That is incredible. 4v1v1 situation. How do you counter that?
They're just going YOLO at this point. 14 kills already, and as you said, 4 versus 1 versus 1. Arkadians with 1 player, R3D Esports with 1, and Portal Esports still in this game. 4 of the strongest teams from groups A and B right now just fighting it out, and Bablu is just demolishing everyone.
Demolish is not even a word what Bablu scored. Look at that.
Once again, R3D is out now.
I won't be surprised if they get these 2 kills as well, as the crosshair was on the right. Now on the bit right, Wolverine just surviving out there. Faizan also goes down out there, and it is just 1 player against 4, ladies and gentlemen. You guys know this is their game. This is out there for them, but then Wolverine, they know their location as well, and the circle is not going to favor him as he is just 10 meters outside the circle. I think Wolverine has been spotted as he's taking some shots, and he's giving some shots to some players, but that is just going to be the end game for him as Wolverine is out there. The grenades and the smokes, everything just coming in handy right now just to move forward, and the final kill. Now I want to see one thing. Alright, I just don't want to see anything right now, as this was the first game for Bablu, and they just obliterated everything.
Yeah, they just destroyed everyone, and all that happened from the rotation on towards the side of Georgopol City, where the circle wasn't even there.
I wanted to see if Wolverine would give them the kill, or if he will die from the play zone or something, but then Bablu they were like, no, we'll just steal that kill. That is ours, and that is how you dominate the first game out there.
Yeah, that is one of the things that I like about the teams in Pakistan. The aggression does not stop. You spot someone, you do not try and basically try and see if you can get the kill. You just take it.
Let's just see who's the MVP already, because if anything, it's gonna be one of the players from Team Bablu, and it's gonna be I won't be surprised. Yes, exactly. Ghost, the ghostly way that he just stole each and everything out there from all the other teams. Their hopes, he just stole 6 kills, 1013 damage out there. 24 minutes and 43 was his survival time, and 7 kilometers. It was a good distance traveled, given the fact that they had to do the earlier rotations, and after that they found their drop where they could just sit and just watch each and every one out there being turned into crates.
Yeah, and one of the things we always talk about RNG being present in the game, the randomness that it gives you. Okay, the randomness, one of the things that you can sort of deal with is the weapon spawns. in the early drops, if you are not being contested in your drop location, like if you drop to military base and you are not contested, which happens a lot in the competitive scene, then you can deal with that. But the zone was actually favoring a lot Bablu this time.
Yep, and top 5 players from the first match, as you can see, Bablu Ghost was out there. We just talked about him. Bablu Pikachu once again making out an appearance, and then Arkleon for the 4 kills from Arkadian side. R3D Skolossi once again with 4 kills, 324 damage, but then 3 players of Bablu, 6 kills, 5 kills, and 3 kills. I mean, they have a cluster of kills for themselves, and out of those, you can see out here the players that were just demolishing. Only one player is not here, that is Bablu Dani, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna make his way into the next game or something.
Yeah, he is pretty much gonna be there, I think, in the top 10, if not in the top 5. But for that we have to wait for the end of the
I like
day
their
and
logo.
see.
It's kind of a panda thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like their
And,
logo.
okay, all this is happening with Bablu when I think one of the older players, one of the guys who's been with the team, is not even playing right now for them. It is Zameen for the squad, and with that, man, this team was even incredible. But with the new players coming in, they have stepped up the game big time once again. But we have to see how far this squad can go, because this was just the first game. And let's have a look at the standings for this game and see how the other teams did, because this was a bloodbath basically. Everyone got a lot of kills,
my
especially
God.
Bablu. 37-point play coming in first game in itself.
The number of kills that the first team has, that is a total points for the second team
Yeah.
out there. Like 17 kills and 17 points for the second team. I mean, that is just pure domination by Team Bablu. They already have a big lead. 37 points for the first team. Arkadians is on second with 17 points. Portal Esports on the third one. R3D Esports on the fourth with 16 and 14 respectively. RSxTeamx stopping them on the fifth spot with 12 points. Freestyle on the sixth one. Blacklist on the seventh. And Team H2 Esports on the eighth one.
Yeah, now moving on to the next stage, we'll have to see how the other teams are doing and what is the difference between the first and the last. And it is going to be a 36-point difference. But HTeamXRange on the 9th with 5 points, DFUZe on the 10th with 3 points, Rogue Nation on the 11th with 3 points, TeamBTK on the 12th position with 2 points, Team Aqua on the 13th with 2 points, Team HTeamXRange is on the 14th with 2 points, FalaQ is going to be on the 15th with 1 point, and LOU Esports is going to be on the 16th with 1 point as well. And that was the first team that was handed the exit to by Bablu.
And that, yeah, exactly. The first team that just went out there. I mean, this one good thing.
Yeah.
Bablu started their fight in that compound.
Yeah.
They ended the fight in that compound. While all the fights happened, they never switched any compound or anything. I mean, they were rotating before any fights, and they just found a place. They just stood there for the whole game.
And it is one of those interesting things that you notice with PES and teams like Bablu, teams like 2xOfficial, when they engage or if one of their players goes down, it's not just one player going in for the recovery, it's 2 players that move in sync. One of the players is going to try and clear these angles, while the other one is going to try and see if he can spot someone, just cover each other's backs. And that is one thing that sort of choked LOU out in that compound fight that was happening, because LOU was pretty much they could have actually sandwiched and collapsed upon Bablu, and they could have taken out Bablu, but that's the thing, they always kept moving, they always were covering each other's back, so it's really hard to find an opening against a team like that. The same goes for Arkadians. H2E had Arkadians cornered for so long in that one house in itself, but they still somehow managed to survive and come out on top.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really good thing. Arkadians, the first blood that happened was from Arkadian side.
Yeah.
They lost a player, but still they're managing, to end up in that top 5 scenario. That's a really, really good thing from their side. But if anything, I mean, the first match, it just shows the domination that Bablu had. But one good question is, when the maps change, when the maps switch, and there's a fast-paced map of Sanhok, there's a slow-paced map of Miramar that will be waiting, I would want to see if there will be any other team that just, contest Team Bablu, or will Team Bablu just go on a rampage once again?
That is definitely going to be worth watching, but for that we'll have to wait for a while, because Sanhok is going to be a fast-paced. I mean, we always say it's going to be a fast-paced one, but it ends up being the slowest of them all. And on the other end, it's Miramar, wherein you expect a slow-paced game just because the map is so big, but it ends up being a fast-paced one. You see teams being eliminated in the first 10 minutes.
There was a Sanhok match that we were casting, and the first team to get eliminated was 21 minutes. And then there was a Miramar that we were casting, and within the first 5 minutes, like 3 teams just got got eliminated or something. But then we have we have a good data for you of the position 2 and 3, because first position is obviously out there.
Yeah.
But then let's talk about Arkadians and Portal, the teams that made out some changes out there. I mean, they had 1 player surviving for the last game. For the last circle, and 7 kills for Arkadians, 2 for Portal Esports. 1689 was the damage out there for Arkadians, 657 for Portal Esports, 500 was the healing for Arkadians. Obviously, once you have a solo player surviving, it's all his healing and something, as Portal Esports has 313. Headshots, Arkadians had 2. But then one thing, I mean, the points difference was just a single point, and with a single point, it just matters a lot.
Yeah, it matters a lot, because that single point can be the difference between you being the second and you being the third, between you making it into the semifinals and you not making it. We have literally seen that, and those sort of situations just make you wonder as to how hard the teams are going to try to push, because Bablu has just established their momentum, but can they carry it forward? We'll find out in the next game. That's going to be on Sanhok. We are taking a short break. You guys just stay tuned and keep watching. Hello everyone and welcome back once again to PMCO 2020 Spring Split Pakistan Region Group Stages. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by Ocean Sharma, and we just had an amazing first game on Erangel with Bablu just leading the charge with 17 kills, and that is how many total points the team in second position had. And now moving on to Sanhok, we can just assume what is going to happen.
I mean, we had an incredible first game. Bablu had an amazing first game, if anything. But then we'll have to see if there's going to be one team or any team that's going to, contest that bridge. Because if anything, if there has to be one team, it can be Arkadians or R3D or Portal Esports, the team that was at second, third, and fourth, because the gap is smaller. If there's any other team that wants to come to that position, then they'll have to, just push each and every team. And I mean, pushing each and every team can be easy, but pushing Bablu is going to be really, really hard from that spot.
Pushing Bablu is going to be really hard, and dealing with Bablu's push is going to be really hard as well, because we were discussing this earlier. If you see someone go into a house, into a shed, you don't charge in. They actually did that and came out on top. They actually wiped an entire squad by doing that. So that was just incredible.
High expectations, but we have seen, we have casted a lot of matches so far.
Yeah.
We have seen a team having back-to-back 2 chicken dinners. We have seen a team having back-to-back 3 chicken dinners.
Yeah.
I want to see
4.
One day 4 chicken dinners back-to-back. I mean, if a team has this amount of capability, that team can do that thing.
Yeah.
But different maps, different RNGs can actually provide you different stuff. So that is going to be one of the things. But then we have seen MVPs, we have seen top 5 teams. But then just let's head to a new stat. That is a top 5 damage dealers. And yeah, obviously.
Yeah. These guys had 17 kills, so they are obviously going to be there. It's Bablu Ghost on the first position, 1,000 damage, 1,013 damage on the guy. Second position being taken by Bablu Pikachu with 789 damage. Bablu Tyrant on the third with 501 damage. On the fourth, it's going to be Arkadians Leon with 414 damage. And the last position, the fifth position, is going to be taken by R3D's Colossi with 324.
I don't know if we have that much time or not. Can we have a quick head-to-head of first and second? Let's see where the second team is lacking or something, or that can happen after the break or something, after the match or something, as we kind of have to head to the Sanhok area as well. But if we see that, I would like to see like where one team is at their position, at their stuff, and where the second team is, and how much do they, have to contest for when the fight actually comes. Just suppose, where Bablu drops in Sanhok, the team that was second, they also drop at the same location. Or the team that is third, they also drop at the same location.
Yeah.
Which team is gonna go there, contest the team of Bablu or some things like that? If that happens, what if Bablu drops in Bootcamp or Paradise?
Ooh, that actually could happen, because last time as well, instead of dropping right on Georgopol, they dropped outside of the Georgopol over to the Georgopol city. But look at this.
Yeah, look
717.
Yeah, look at this thing. 996, almost 1,000 healing from Bablu. Like, they were outside the edge of the circle, and still they were trying to manage to take the fights in their hands. That was one of the incredible things. And the damage. This was a thing that I wanted to talk about. An incredible damage stat from both the teams. But I think we are about to be into the game as we are actually, talking about it. And I would like to see where the game actually heads us in the Sanhok, as this is going to be an incredible game of Sanhok, ladies and gentlemen. The plane path is going to be right in front of you as we are talking from Camp Bravo to Hathin, Tatmok, Khao, Paradise, Bootcamp if a team wants to go, and Camp Alpha. Those are some really, really good areas to drop.
Yeah, once again, the hot drops are going to be available. And talking about Sanhok, it's a small map, so you can go to your favorite locations no matter where the trajectory is. And Hathin, Camp Alpha, Bootcamp, Paradise Resort, Tatmok, then Camp Bravo is right underneath that. Lakhavi is going to be available. Painan, you can glide over, you can go towards the side of Ruins as well. But right now, one of the teams that I want to focus on is going to be Team Aqua, a team with just 3 players in their roster. So we have to see how they fare out as well, because the last time a little bit unlucky. Taking fights with just 3 players just does put you in a tricky situation.
This was something. Arc once again taking a fight, and this time taking fights with PES, and Wolverine is down by Leon. I think that's going to be something that's going to be a game changer out here, because this should not be happening. The team of PES was a really strong team. Team of Arkadians, the team that was second in the previous game, they are setting up their eyes on the first position, and they are looking strong for that. But Vegeta is trying to go for a cover. See, this is one thing. even if Leon does not finish Wolverine, he's going to bleed out. So this cover fire is not going to pose that much of a thing right now. But if Vegeta sees a head or two, he's going to pop them out with his QBZ in his hands. 30 bullets out there for him. No helmet, no vest. So that is going to be something.
So right now, both the players are buying time for themselves and waiting for their teammates to actually come in with a utility. But Vegeta is going to be cornered and he's going to be dropped down by another player from the side of Arkadians, getting the flank. And Tala is going to be dropped down by Nocto, and this has turned into a brawl between the two teams. But on the other side, the shotgun coming in handy. Aqua Fatty is going to be taken out of the game, and that is just going to be unfortunate for the team.
Oh, look at this. PES Nocto just moving in forward, has spotted out one player. Those vector guns can actually do some damage, but Beryl always wins the game out here. So PES, I think, at the verge of extinction, if anything, and that is going to happen. But then look at this. Leonie has been taken down. 10 bullets in his vector is going to finish up the player, but then will Arkadians move forward? That is going to be one of the questions, as Fezan is just looking forward to it. Nocto finishes one player, just moves in for a bigger flank. I think he's not moving for a flank, he's moving for there to finish Tala if he spots him. That's going to be something. He's just trying to bait out the players, finish them as soon as he can. That is going to be something that Nocto is going for, but he knows that the revival of his players is really important. Wolverine has been taken out of the equation right now, and Fezan and Ash are just sitting out there. Nocto is going for a revive on Khan. Can he just reach there in time? Yes, he can. Is he going to touch him? Yes, he goes for it. Has a first aid. For himself, he can just drop the first aid. If I remember, Khan does not have a first aid right now.
Yeah, but on the other side, Vegeta is definitely going to be lost, because I don't think they can make it in there in time, especially with the players from the side of Arkadians actually making it. Ash is going to finish Vegeta off, but now he has to be careful since the other two players from the side of PES, they are on the outside. They can spot them. Khan, he's going to be healing up soon. But the players from the side of Arkadians have been revived. As Tala, the man who was knocked down, he has healed up to 75% health. So they are going to look to end this fight up against PES so early on. And these were two of the strongest teams playing today that have ended together in a really good hot drop. That was Paradise Resort.
This is what happens when Goliaths fight with each other, and that was an incredible fight. But looking back to this fight, FalaQ, respect. He actually used a shotgun to finish out a player of Aqua, and that is one more thing that I think he's going to go for. Right now, he has a... alright, Clone has a barrel for himself. He can actually just go for it. And these are your teams, ladies and gentlemen. These are the drop locations of your favorite teams, as you can see with the player names out there on the map for right in front of your screens. Bablu is out there in Painan. I think Bablu is uncontested as of now, but when Bablu comes to contestation, I think there's going to be no team out there. Camp Charlie as well is a team that has 2x, but then Kampong is just totally unaware of any player. So there are no players in Kampong and no players in Camp Alpha as well.
Yeah, no players in Camp Alpha, but there was 2x who have taken control of the Camp Charlie area, and we hardly see people go over there. But on this one, FalaQ going up against Aqua. Can they make it out of this alive? Fandy was actually knocked down, and now Hamza is going to go down by FalaQ's players. But now he has to try and find some form of cover for himself, because now the players are charging in. They are going to finish him off quite easily. FalaQ playing with 3 players in their roster, just taking on another squad with 3 players. And Aqua Fandy is going to be taken out as well, and that's going to be it for the side of Team Aqua. The first one to take an exit from this game within the first 5 minutes.
Yes, as of now, but team number 13, that is Freestyle. They are going for a kill right now as they just knocked out a player. But then this entrance can actually lead something wrong, as there was team number 12 right in front of them. HTeamXRange, the team that had a bad run in the first game. Look at this. Black is in the same area as Karuz is. Who's going to spot him? That's going to be a bit of a question, as the TPPs. He's not giving any.
Yeah.
No footsteps being given by him. I would want to see what happens, as there is a player right next to him. There's a player right on the other side, but no footsteps were given. And I think, yes, as of now, the player just left the building, and he is safe for now, for just surviving barely out in that
The other
area.
player is right behind him. If even now he moves an inch, he moves a little bit towards the door, he is going to be in so much trouble. But Icarus just being smart. On the other side, we have players from squad number 13 and squad number 9 up against each other. Oh, he's Ashfaq. He has spotted out a couple of players, but the shots being fired are going to be information given away, and he is going to be knocked down as well. 2 players going down for the squad is going to put them in trouble. Ghost from LOU Esports, he's going to look to close this one out for his team, but Black and Baba, they have fallen back, and they can provide cover fire. Baba is going to take down one, but he's going to be knocked down instead. That just leaves Black as the only man standing in. The only option for him is going to be to run away and survive to the later stages for
They
his team.
are on a revenge right now. Low Esports were the first team to get eliminated in the previous game, but right now they are looking out there for the fight. They are crate hungry as they want to drop all the crates that all the people they want to turn them into crates. If that happens, it's to Esports on the other hand, ladies and gentlemen. For you, this team has had a decent run in the previous game, but right now they want to make it out as their best. The team was a team that was charging against Arkadians in Pochinki in the previous one. Right now in this map of Sanhok, let's see how the game actually changes for them as they are also trying to spot some players and pop some heads if there are. But logos on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, taking out the painkiller. And if they spot some players from FS, we'll have to see how freestyle of a gameplay that just brings to them, because Low is looking good for a fight. Low has 2 kills right now for themselves. Black and Malik are right in front of him, but can Ghost go for it? Will he get an adequate cover, or will the snakes are the snakes gonna bite him? That's gonna be one of the things. But then Black is moving backward alongside Malik. That seems like a good thing when the numbers game is not on your advantage. Just try to go for a safer spot.
Yeah, you have to go for a safer spot, which on Sanhok is going to mean those little mountains, I'm going to call them, because they aren't as big as the ones you find on Miramar or the Everest on Erangel. But this time around, in the distance, we do see the man, we do see the team is going to be nearby as well. And yes, that's Bablu Tyrant and Bablu Ghost. Can squad number 13 and squad number 9, who are slowly moving in that direction. Okay, 9 just turns around, but squad number, the other squad was just moving in the same direction, and Bablu was present over there. So you have to be careful if you're trying to contest that Painan area that they're present in.
Yeah, as of now, I mean, each and every single contestation matters out there. Look at that. Bablu has spotted some players and has started going for it as Black goes down. And this is the first knock and finish coming in from Bablu as Pikachu goes for it. That thunderbolt of a gun just going out there on his opponents and just ends the legacy of one player. And if they spot the second one, I think they have spotted the second one. Malik, not Hulk, sorry. Malik has been spotted out there. I mean, he can Hulk out if he just wants to.
He can Hulk out.
But then the team that is right in front of him, I don't think so they're going to give any chance to him.
Oh wait. This, what am I saying? Is the man still hiding? Squad number 12.
With 2
Soulless
players,
and Icarus, they're still standing there.
They are still out there. They are still hiding, and they haven't been spotted yet. Look at this. They are just like, let's just sit here and how was your day? Okay, it was good. Okay, how was your day? Okay, I think I'm having a panic attack right now because there's a squad right in front of me, and the squad is moving in forward. Look at this. The TPP is coming in handy. The Vector with 33 bullets. It has been spotted. First person goes down. Second as well as HTeamXRange eliminates the stage.
Yeah, quite an unfortunate position for them as well. 2 of the players were already taken out. Icarus and Solus were the only 2 players left alive, and the only option that they had was to take their chance by hiding. But once they had the opportunity, once they knew the other people had left, they should have rotated out of their spot. Okay, another thing that brings me to another fond memory of casting Pakistan's matches was in one of the tournaments on Sanhok. The same thing happened. 2 of the players died from a team, and they knew they were going to die because they had another team charging in. They danced before they were taken out.
You go in style if you want to go in style.
Exactly.
I mean, that's like one of the things this is like the beauty of this game. You enjoy each and everything. I mean, obviously there's a pressure, there's a lot of pressure on you, but you don't let get that pressure a hold of you. Just enjoy each and everything. And that just feels really good at the end.
Hey, if you know the game is lost this one, you move on to the next match. But before you go out in this one, you go out in some style. But on the other side, RS right now taking control of bootcamp. And they're going to be pretty happy with that location because the circle is right centered around them. But now PS Nocto, Crosshair is focused on the players from Defuse right in front of them. He has dropped one of the players really low. But Shahid, he has spotted Nocto. And with that M4 and that 3x, he's going to try and see if he can dish out some damage. Right now, the damage was just not there. Nocto being really careful. Khan on the other side coming in with that cover fire. But now, Malik, he's going to be in trouble. One of the players charges in. 2x Virus being knocked down. But Malik is so low with that M4. Can he take down another one? Drops down 2. But the third one is going to drop him. Freestyle is going to exit that game. But that was an incredible fight coming in from Malik. 1 versus 3. The man tried his best.
That drop shot, if that would have been out
Yeah.
there, that would have been an incredible game changer. But look at this, PES Nocturne and PS Khan just surviving out there. They lost their 2 players in the fight of paradise as the zone actually goes away. The zone is favoring RS right now in the boot camp area, as boot camp goes as a central area. But then we'll have to see which team is ready for a fight. DFUZeOfficial is moving forward, and DFUZeOfficial is actually giving a good cover to his player and his friend, obviously, I suppose. And that's going to be one of the things. We'll have to see how the fights happen. Bisma, on the other hand, is also trying to give adequate cover as the Nocto has been spotted and the information has been released. PES Khan takes down Bisma on that fight, and Nocto does the job of finishing 2 players are doing incredible damage out there. But look at this, Nocto has moved in back. He does not know there's a player who has rotated all the area behind him. Look at this, Ronnie is out here. Can Ronnie take him down? That's going to be a bit of question because no one has spotted Ronnie yet. No one has known the location, and now they know. As AKM, that was an incredible AKM 4x spray. One of the most impressive AKM 4x sprays I have seen, to be honest, because that is difficult to control.
Yeah, and that was a traced one as well because the person in front of him was running. But Ronnie, the smart decision, I was about to say that he needs to finish the person now. Otherwise, he's not going to get an opportunity. But look at this, 2x. They're charging in on another squad. ROG, the doc, he could be in trouble. But now the 2x, the player from the side of 2x, he is on the other side of the rock. And both of them are using that TPP to look and find an opening on the other guy. But the other players from both the squads are going to go in for the flanks. The doc, for how long can you juke this one out? Finally, he goes for the peak. But now the shots have been fired. He knows that the barrel has lost some bullets, but now trying to pull more shots. It's Alian on the other side. The player's going at it. Now they rotate. Alian is going to be dropped by the doc. Now the player is going to need a revive, or in the other side, the doc needs to finish this one. He's going to get another one. 2x in a lot of trouble right now.
That was incredible by the dog, and we'll have to see if dog does that thing out here, turning out people into crates, and that's going to be really, really good. And if anything, look at this. He just does, and the squad has been wiped as I was talking. He just does it. He just goes for a flank, but before he goes for a flank, 2x gets eliminated on the 13th spot. This is incredible. The passion of fights among these people right now in this map of Sanhok. I think I've never seen this much the game's going this fast pace in the map of Sanhok right now. And Bablu once again turns out in the fight, and Ghost takes down Ghost. Surprisingly, like low esports Ghost has been taken down by Bablu's Ghost, so that is something. But then Bablu is looking really, really good, and I think as of now Low's players are gonna get revived. No, the kill has been stolen.
Ooh.
For the first time out there. I mean, that is just going to make Bablu really, really angry, if anything.
I think they are just going to leave this fight and target the guy who stole the kill.
Let's
that was
just find
ours.
that way.
Yeah. Let's just find that person. I want to wipe his entire squad out.
I'm going to wipe his entire squad, then I'm going to wipe this team.
The original guys, yeah.
Like that thing is going to be right out there. But look at this. Right now, they just have 1 kill. Previously, at this time, they had 6 or 7 kills. So that is like something different from Bablu right now. They know that the fights are going to be, fast-paced. They know that the fights are going to change by each and every moment. But the zone, once again, favoring Bablu squad right now. This is incredible from there. Their zone reading capabilities are coming in handy right now. 1 minute and 6 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. After that, the circle is going to shift. And the teams outside the circle will have to make a move. If we saw the minimap a couple of seconds earlier, the teams on the right-hand side will have to actually get inside the circle. Less than a minute right now. And the circle is going to move. RS is sitting comfortably right now inside bootcamp, but then they will have to actually change their location as the circle is going to leave bootcamp. Low out here, the one player was the Ghost. He was just taken out there, but then all 3 players are still surviving. This can be a comeback game for this team. No doubt they can or cannot have much more of the points right now, but still they finished the first game at 16. This time they can actually aim for better. And the second airdrop has an AWM alongside level 3 stuff. I will see if in the smaller proximities, are people going to use AWM or not, or are they happy with level 3 stuff?
Yeah, they should be happy with that. But BTK on the other side is another squad with just 3 players. One of them has been taken out. Wendigo did go down. Deadshot and Dark Soul, it all comes down to these 2 guys now. If they have the smokes, they can pop them, create a way to their teammates, and then go in for the revive. But now they have to be careful this time. Diffuse with 1 player down, 3 players still alive and taking some damage. On the other side, look at this, Bablu. They come into the crosses of B-list Nizam. Can he actually take these players out? They are being careful. The way they are running, they are just running with covering their fronts behind the crates that were on that bridge, and now they make their way. One of the players from the side of Bablu, Dani, has been taken out, but Ninja is going to be taken out by Tyrant. And now Tyrant, he is going to try and retaliate for his teammate, and now they know they have to go in for the revive as well. But can Bablu survive this one? Because because they are fighting basically in a corridor. They don't have ways to run. Ghost is going to pop off a smoke and try and go in with that DMR that he has in his hands.
The open area is going to change everything for Team Bablu right now as they are fighting on a bridge. They are open and Blacklist is going to blacklist them out right now. But then they are ready for a fight. As you can see, they are just trying to find Scout out there. Scout is just looking out there as if he can find some people that he can knock them off. He has a barrel. He has a holographic sight. Can he just make the proper utilization? Turret is on the downside as you just said right now. And Ghost just takes down XTeamXRange. That was incredible and impressive. And look at them just moving in forward. They want to charge in and they are charging. Impressive 6-time spray coming in on that QBZ. But have they spotted Scout? Or is Scout going to go for a game-changing movement out there? That's going to be one of the things as Tyrant is still having his crosshairs on the squad or on the players that were knocked out. And look at this thing. Scout just taking TPP out here and players of Bablu are just moving in forward. That is an impressive gameplay. TPP coming in handy, but then they are going to drop out one player as a drop shot comes in from Pikachu. I mean, this guy is just wreaking havoc out here and one player left. Two players left, but then on the one side, that is impressive. He knew that there's a player out there, and that is just amazing. And Dani is moving forward as one revive is coming in handy, but the revive will not be given, and Nizam is taking some shots from the other direction. And Dani has been taken down, but a cover fire comes in, and this is the last player, Nizam. Nizam has dropped out. 3 players, 1v1 fight, Pikachu and Nizam as Nizam is using a first aid. Will Pikachu give a revive or will he go for some fights? That is going to be a bit of question. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Pikachu, he has to give up a revive right now as that is important. Nizam has spotted a grenade is coming in out here. 5-4, okay, that was a smoke. That is a smoke, I think so. But then he has spotted the players. He's dropping out those areas, the areas that can actually give him cover, and that is really good. Genius gameplay by Nizam just to move in backward as he knows the fight is one that he can lose. And Pikachu is going for a grenade, but nobody will be out there.
Yeah, another revive is going to come in for the side of Bablu. The situation was made into a 1v1, but now all the 4 players from the side of Bablu are going to be alive. And look at this, Nizam. He is just running away. He left his teammate over there. Ninja is going to be taken out, and this is what I was talking about. Bablu, they are not scared. But on the other side, FalaQ, they spot out the players from the side of LOU Esports, and Muzamil was taken down, but now Clone is taking some damage. The window shot kicks in, and the player has been dropped. Clone, he is going to get a revive from his team, but for how long can you survive this fight? Because the players from the side of FalaQ now are going to look to charge in.
And Bablu is taking their fight with ROG right now. The Rogue squad, they are taking their fight against ROG, and we'll have to see what happens in that particular fight as Clone is down out in this fight right now, and LOU is taking its fight. Phobia and Abu are trying to spot some players from FalaQ, and they're just trying to go and barge in if they can. That is going to be one of the things, but then look at this. Smokes are coming in handy for the revivals, and this out here, I think RS is going to take some hits as they go for against Arkadians, and 2 players of Arkadians have been taken down. They need a revive right now, but that's not going to happen as they are being shot at from the other direction as well. I think Arkadians are in a bit of trouble as Tala just goes down, and Fezan needs a revival, but he is slowly and steadily bleeding out as the players are just around to corner them. We are 31 people alive and 11 teams surviving, and about to be 20 minutes into the game. Let's see what the 5th circle brings in as the 4th circle is slowly and steadily closing in.
Yeah, but now the pace of the game has slowed down a bit. Arkadians, they do lose 1 player because Sanhok, once again, the cluster is forming towards the Painan area. Ocean, how many times is the circle going to favor the team of Bablu? Bablu landed in Painan and the rotation is going to be the slowest. But the last time, they had to rotate a longer way. This time, they can be there from the start. And all the 4 players from the squad are still alive. A little bit slow on getting the kills for their side. But talking about getting kills, BTK, they did lose 1 player. Wendigo was knocked down a little bit earlier, but now he's standing on his feet. And this was the team that picked up the AWM.
I mean, we'll have to see if they can, just make that AWM into use or something. That's going to be one of the things. But look at this. Bablu, they were in a 1v1 situation. 3 players were knocked down, but all the players are back on their feet. That is an impressive gameplay from this team coming up right now. 28 people alive, 4 from this team. They're
still going.
They are still, how can you move on this bridge when it's open area and everyone is right in front of you? I mean, No one is just shooting at them. That's the mentality. But look at the circle. Oh my god, Bablu has to rotate inside the circle.
Yeah.
Can they make their way inside the circle? That is going to be a big question. Because on their left, there is BTK. Behind them is a player from Blacklist. On their right is H2 Esports and R3D. So all these teams are outside the circle. Every team has to make their way inside the circle. And these are the teams that you are seeing are inside the circle. All on your drone shot. Arkadians, RS, LOU and FalaQ. These 4 teams are inside the circle right now. Rest assured, each and every team has to make its way.
Yeah, and RS also a team that's playing with 3 players, but Nightmare, he is taking a lot of damage. Rogue Nation, but Nightmare turns around, drops FalaQ's respect, and Rogue Nation is going to be wiped out as Nightmare is taken by FalaQ clone. The revive is going to come in for his teammate, but now he has to be careful because LOU Esports know the shots were fired from that direction and the crosshairs are going to be pointed right on them. But on the other side, FalaQ has he spotted out the players from that squad, BTK. The smokes were popped, so the information is going to be there that someone is present, but now the smoke wall has been created, so now you basically have to guess as to which angle the players are going to peek from.
That is going to be something out there, but look at this Bablu squad moving in forward, just popping out heads as Dark Soul goes down. I mean, this squad is just raining terror, be it Erangel, be it Miramar, as Deadshot also goes down, and I mean, this squad is unstoppable, and H2 is failure. He's gonna go down as well, as the kill is coming to Bablu's players out there. 6 kills right now, make it 7 for the team, as Ghost has been spotted on the other side of the river, and Tyrant has also been spotted. But for now, he'll just try to make his way to the safety as Clone was spotted, and Blacklist gets eliminated outside the circle as they were just trying to make their way inside the circle right now. But then B2K Deadshot has also been fallen down, and look at this, BTK goes down in an impressive fight, and FalaQ is low on health, but then that won't be an issue as the players are going for it. Playzones are also eating out some players. We are 8 teams out here, and look at this. And look at his capability. He's just he was on 1 HP right now, and he knows the shots are being on. He knows the perfect cover to be made out for him, and Ghost takes down LOU Abu, the guy that was actually raining terror out here. But then this guy needs a revival badly, and look at this. The players are moving in forward. Tyrant just one more shot, but they are making the best use of covers as they can, as Ghost is really close to Clone. Will it happen? The 1v1 standoff, the fight that can happen out here as Clone is surviving out there, and Anubis will be taken on by Bablu Pikachu. Once again, this team is back to dual number. That is 10 kills for the team right now.
Yeah, this team has been incredible. Once again reaching the 10 kill mark. And can they hit the 20 kill mark in one game? We just have to wonder. There are 19 people alive. If Bablu can get 10 out of them, they'll just surpass every match we have seen so far, Ocean.
I mean, they have 15 players for them, for their kill number. Let's see how much far they can go, as they have 10 kills right now. Pikachu has 4 for the team right now. That is 40% of the kills, and he has spotted one more player, and he has just, his health is down to 20 HP, and the circle is gonna actually do some damage out there. So Pikachu is trying to move inside the zone right now, as Danny is also out there. He has an Uzi Tyrant as an M4, but can they pop some heads as that is needed? And FalaQ has been taken down by Bablu Ghost, and LOU Phobia takes down FalaQ Respect. FalaQ is being shot at from 2 different directions. That's going to be something, as Clone is just going for a heal battle. The zone is going to do much more damage, and DFUZeOfficial gets eliminated on the 8th position, ladies and gentlemen, and I think Danny gets this kill. Yes, FalaQ gets eliminated on the 7th one. I think this team, if anything, is unstoppable, as another head goes down. That is just more than impressive. Impressive is not even a word to actually summarize what this team is doing right now.
Yeah, H2E, old boy, is going to be taken out, but now it's going to be Dread. That's going to be in Tyrant's crosses. Oh, look at this. Arkadians, one of the players, Ash is in the water, and he has to stay down. He has to lose his life over there, because if he pops his head, he's going to be taken out. But from anywhere, he could be taken out from anywhere. Either of the teams could shoot at him in the water, and that kill could go to anyone. But now, Bablu still... The thing that's saving these teams is the fact that Bablu is on the other side of the riverbank, but now they are coming in.
They are coming. They're not even coming. They're just barging in to see anyone. And Dread actually takes down easier from R3. That's going to be something. And Wilgax is trying to spot some players. A grenade comes in by him and takes down Phobia. See, he knows that his information was correct for there. But then Pikachu takes down one player from R3D. R3D is trying to move in. But then Arkadians go outside, as Bablu still manages to find a player that was in the water and takes his kill as well. 5 teams remaining, 12 people. Okay, it's 11 right now with 5 teams remaining out there. Wilgax is trying to move in forward. His player is bleeding out, but no time for revival right now. So Wilgax has to move inside the area. He's trying to spot some players. He just spotted someone, and Abud has been taken down as well. Please don't take on RS. RS is one player, so it's just one player out there. And I think, if I'm not wrong,
Yeah.
it's gonna be Bablu's game on. I think 17 kills this time, but the Tyrant goes down. Can they go for 18? Yes, 18 kills in this particular game. If anything, they can go to 19 and 20. If they play their cards right, has spotted one more player. This is gonna be something. 19 kill game from Bablu right now. It's a 4v1, 3v1 situation, and goes down as one final player is surviving from LOU. The team that was eliminated on the 16th spot in the first game is going for a good comeback. But will it be? Yes, it's a 20 kill gameplay.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Boy. What are we seeing from this team? Look at Pikachu. The man is sitting on 9 kills, 20 kills in one game. A 40-point play coming in.
What? What? No. What? How?
Oh,
Why?
And they started out with their kill being stolen. Alright, you do not get Bablu angry, and Pikachu is going to be the MVP for this game. 9 kills, 744 damage, 4 kilometer distance traveled, and 24 minutes survival time.
This is why you just don't keep Pikachu in a Pokeball, because if he's out, he's just catastrophic out there. And this was what?
Okay. So Pikachu has been with Ash for so long, and how many Pokemons has he beaten every single time? This Pikachu is doing the same thing. No matter which player you put in front of him, he's going to kill them.
I mean, to be honest, this guy,
It's just this guy.
and this team, what? But to be honest, this was an incredible gameplay.
Yeah.
The team started off slow.
Yeah.
Did not go for the first kill or something. In the previous match, the first person that they wiped was from LOU.
Yeah.
In this match, the last person that they wiped was from LOU. Let's just see what the top 5 players, and I won't be surprised if Bablu is making an appearance out there with 3 or even 4 players. Is it gonna be? Alright, 3 players this time once again. Wilgax is out there on the 3rd position, not from Bablu, and Muzammil on the 5th position, not from Bablu. But other than that, Pikachu with 9, Danny with 6, and Ghost with 3. Like, that is incredible. A table of 3 going out there or something.
And Pikachu was the one man who turned that 1v1 into a 1v4, forcing the other player from another squad that they were fighting with to basically abandon his teammate. He put him in such a bad situation that he knew that he could not clutch out a 1v1 and he had to run away. Imagine that.
I don't want to imagine that right now, but then the thing that Bablu has done for the second time.
Yeah.
If anything, I think the crowd would have been going like Bablu OP in the chat or something.
I mean, they should be going Bablu OP by now.
They should be going like the crowd's favorite, and this was an incredibly impressive gameplay that they just showed. The team started off really slow, started off picking up the pace. The zone was not on them, the bridge was not on them, but then they just barged in. And if anything, let's just see which team is second, because we all know which team is first out there. Second, third, fourth, that's what we are going to talk about. But for this particular match, 40 points in one team. How do you counter that?
Look, the last time they had
17.
Like 17 kills, and the second team had total 17 points. This time the second team has 19 points and Bablu has 20 kills.
Like, are they setting up a bar for, you know, like
they always do that. This is a habit with this team in every single tournament they compete. It's either Bablu or PES who actually try and destroy everyone.
Alright, but Team Bablu is out there on the first points. You guys know it. LO Esports on the second with 19, R3D on the third with 14, RSxTeamx on the fourth one with 12 points. FalaQ on the fifth one, Team H2E on the sixth one, Arkadians on the seventh, and DFUZeOfficial ends up this table on the 8th position with 6 points for their bag.
Yeah, but moving on to the next 8, we have Rogue Nation on the 9th, TeamBTK is going to be on the 10th, Portal Esports is going to be 11th, 2xOfficial taking the 12th spot, Freestyle is going to be 13th, Blacklist 2 is going to be 14th, HTeamXRange is going to be 15th, and Team Aqua is going to be 16th. But once again, the conversation just comes down to that, Ocean. We were talking about having a 20 kill game because we haven't seen that in a while.
We should not speak things, to be honest, and we should not put, put things in the mind of players.
You just challenged Bablu to having 4 chicken dinners back to back, so we have to see if
we have to see if that happens, because right now, I mean, goosebumps are in, to be honest, and I would want to see what happens, and I would want to see this team, you know, I mean, obviously, this team is already a crowd favorite, but I would want to see how this team competes when it's going to be international matches and all those things, because this is an international match, to be honest. But then one good thing about gaming is gaming holds no boundaries.
Gaming holds no boundaries. There are no nationalities.
No
in here.
nationalities, no boundaries. It's out there. So I would want to see what happens when this team goes for the international. But before international, let's go for the overall. Let's see the bridge that Bablu has created. And I think, yes, exactly. 3 times the
77 to 28. Wow.
3 times difference between first and second team. Bablu is out there with 2 matches and 2 chicken dinners, 40 placement points, 24 each, and 37 total kills. And 37 total kills is still higher than the 28 points.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh man. I think they can just skip the next 2 games and still be on the first position.
No, I would want to see them play the next 2 games and still be on the first position. R3D Esports out there on the second one. They had a really good run in this one as well. Arkadians on the third one. RSxTeamx has jumped up a bit. And LOU Esports had 1 point in the previous game.
Yeah.
And right now, they are sitting with 20. So that is an incredible thing from their side. Like, because they got 19 points in this particular one. They were finishing second. So that's a really good jump. Portal Esports has dropped a bit on the 6th. And Team H2 is on 7. And FalaQ is ending their day on the is ending this match on the 8th position.
Yeah, now moving on to the next 8, we shall see how the teams over there are doing. Because now, another interesting situation has arisen. Just because Bablu has so much point, that created a vacuum. The teams in basically the second half of the table, they are going to move up and down with every single point that they get. Freestyle is sitting on 9th with 10 points. Diffuse is not far behind on the 10th position with 9 points. Blacklist 2 is on the 11th with 9 points as well. Rogue Nation is on the 12th with 8 points. 2XOfficial on the 13th position with 8 points. TeamBTK is on the 14th with 6 points. Team Aqua is on the 15th with 3 points. HTeamXRange is on the 16th with 3 points. If Bablu actually keeps performing like this, then the vacuum is just going to go bigger and bigger. And then teams in the second half, the teams that are looking to qualify for the semi-finals, they are going to have to basically get every single kill that they can to survive and to make it.
I mean, you're saying the vacuum is going to be created, but I don't think so that there will be a vacuum out there. It's just going to be Team Bablu at the top.
Yeah.
And the difference between the first and second, if Bablu has another good run, like another good game, a pretty good game, then I think they'll be hitting 100 points.
Yeah.
While the other teams will be hitting 50 points. So that's just going to be something.
Yeah, but now let's have a look at the kill leaders, and the entire Bablu squad is going to be in the top 5 with Pikachu on the first 14 kills, Ghost on the second 9 kills, Danny on the third with 9 kills. Then we have a drop where Wilgax is sitting with 6 kills, and then Tyrant is there with 5 kills. But look at this. Bablu Ghost damage 1800. Pikachu's damage 1500 damage, and the other 2 players are sitting on 900 damage.
Ghost is creating an opening
Yeah.
that the other players are going for a feast. I mean, and that is incredible. Like, he has impressive damage. He just knocks a player and the team barges in.
It's always Danny who is the first one to charge in, because even when we saw the man go in on the bridge or go in against a fight against a team, he was just going there to scout, but he was knocked down. Then Tyrant came in for the revive, and Pikachu and Ghost just went berserk on the enemies.
That guy is impressive. These all guys are impressive. Even Wilgax is impressive. I still remember that he was just, lying down. He spots LOU's.
That's
Abu,
the thing.
He just
spotted the back.
Yeah, and he just goes for it.
And moving on, we have on the 6th position, it's going to be Arkadians. Leon, 5 kills to the man, 632 damage. 7th position being taken down, R3D's Glossy with 4 kills, 324 damage. 8th position being taken by LOU Esports Muzamil with 3 kills, 691 damage. 9th being taken by PES Portal Esports Nocto, 3 kills, 600 damage. And 10th being taken by H2E's Old Boy with 3 kills, 590 damage.
Yeah, but as of now, just 2 games have happened.
Yeah.
These numbers are definitely going to go up, and they're going to shuffle in all of the points and all of the things. So that's one thing that we will be, looking forward to. Or if there are some players that, just because Pikachu has had the highest kills right now in a single game. He had 9 kills.
Yeah.
So I would want to see if he goes to a double digit or something, or anyone just goes for a double digit on something. No pressure, guys. Just play your normal gameplay, to be honest.
Alright, but I want to bring the conversation to this for now. There are teams that are playing with 3-man rosters. One of them is Team Aqua and Team BTK. And it becomes hard for you to challenge fights when there is this one team that's just taking every single kill that they can. How do you approach the game in that situation? Do you go for an all-passive playstyle where you go in for the placement points in every single game, but then you just basically become campers in game?
No, I mean, there are some different situations that sometimes happens. Like, see, in Bablu squad as well,
Yeah.
there was a time when 3 players were knocked down and 1 player was left. He was giving constant cover fire before he went for the revive. So those kind of situations, sometimes come in, and that situation can actually happen when we are gonna play Miramar, to be honest.
Yeah, because Miramar is a big map, a map of the snipers, and you can get away from Bablu on that one. But that is gonna happen after a break. You guys stay tuned and keep watching. A lot more action is yet to come. Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split Pakistan Group Stages. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by your favorite celebrity, Ocean Sharma.
Thank you. But, like the favorite, I don't know, but I know one thing for sure.
Yeah.
Crowd's favorite is gonna be Bablu right now. Like the people are gonna go crazy for the thing. I mean, if anything, I just wanna, I don't know, I wanna meet these players. Like how
Same
do they
here.
play? Like, if you wanna analyze their gameplay,
Yeah.
one player barges in for a knockout. Two players just rush in, one player stays behind, and then the player who just knocked them, he just also rushes in. That's a proper utilization of each and every resource that you have. Do you remember the bridge fight in which three players was knocked out right in front of Blacklist? I still remember what Tyrant did is, he peeked, he had a QBZ, he had a 6x scope in that, he peeked and just sprayed. He did not even see the opponent, he just sprayed so that the opponent just stops firing. That's a mental breakdown that you have on your opponents. You just spray in a random direction from where the shots were coming, even though it does not hit. It just goes in that scenario that, you know, it just makes him stop firing. That is one thing. That is the reason that they are, you know, in this damage dealing thing. And if anything, I think, alright, top 4.
Yeah, they are all from Team Bablu. Ghost sitting on 1800, Pikachu on 1500, Tyrant on 900 damage, and Bablu Danny is going to be on 941.
How do you top that? I mean, there's no way that you can, you know, just stop that thing right now.
Yeah, it is going to be really hard to beat this squad. And as you were talking about, yeah, it is exactly as you said. This team, if they get one knock, or even if they get one of their own knockdown, because, yeah, Danny was
cover
going...
fires.
Yeah, cover fires do come in, and as we saw in the fight, when they were fighting, I think it was Blacklist only, Danny was coming in from the bridge. Danny got knocked down.
Yeah.
But then all the other players came in, smoked off, and the moment Danny was revived and he was ready to go in, Ghost charges in, jump speak, sees one player, 3 people go in to kill one guy.
I mean, that was an impressive presence of the game, presence of the zone. The zone was, shifting towards the north. They did not have enough time as well. So you kind of need to... And one more thing. They make a proper utilization of all their covers. If you remember, there were shots coming onto the
Tyrant,
players.
yeah.
Oh yeah, on Tyrant, and he was on behind a tree. Just makes his way to the closest rock, makes his way to the building, to the wall. Like he's just going for that zigzag movement because he knows he cannot go in straight. That was just an impressive thing. I mean, we were just looking back to the matches, and this is one thing that I realized. Making use of utilities does not mean that you need to make use of smokes, grenades, throwables. It also means that your surrounding is as important as your guns in your hand.
Yeah, I have been saying this in every single match that I cast. You need to be aware of your surroundings. You need to be aware of whether the place you're standing in, if it's open from the back, do you have compounds in your back to fall back to? In the front. Basically, when you're playing competitive, you need to basically know the entire map. And where the compounds are situated, how far away is, like how much time is it going to take for you to rotate from the military base? What's the safest area that you can use to avoid the most conflict and basically be in the least, you having the least possibility of being caught out. That's the thing you need to learn. And on the other side, let's have a look at this. Head-to-head between R3D Esports and Team Bablu. 37 kills to 10. 5,300 damage basically to 2,118. Healing done 2,000 to 800. Headshots 7 to 2. Alright, that one we can let go. Chicken dinners 2 to 0. Still a one stat we can let go, but total points 77 to 28. So the things that I want to focus on is going to be the damage and the healing. Just shows Bablu how aggressive they are, how willing to fight things out with everyone else they are, and they are not scared of anyone. You basically show them a shoulder, you show them a head, you show them your backpack, and you will be shot at.
You will be shot at, you will be taken down in an impressive, easy, and it's just, the game is so easy for them. They're just going in, and it's like, I don't know, they are changing the way that how the game is being played, because the play style, it all matters. It all comes down to the synergy of you and your players. Like some players, they just understand their role in a single instance, and that instance matters. You need to understand if the gun in your hand is your gun, if the way that you spray, that is going to help you at any given instance, at any given moment, and that is an impressive thing. One more team that I can just say something about is Low Esports. Hello you. They had a bad run, 16th position in the first game, but then the next game they have second position. That is an impressive comeback from this team.
Yeah, that was an impressive comeback indeed. But in a few seconds, we will be jumping into Miramar, and that map can go anywhere, because I think the smaller the map, the less you have to deal with the RNG of the circle, because it's easier to rotate in, and then it all just comes down to whether you find your favorite gun or not, because we have seen people make Uzis work, we have seen people make Tommy guns work, a lot of fists were involved as well. But now in a couple of seconds, the trajectory for the plane on Miramar is going to be on our screens, and right there it is. Starting from the western side of the map, Power Grid is going to be available, Monte Nuevo is going to be available, El Pozo, Hacienda de Petron, Los Leones, Minas Grandes, Junkyards. Teams going towards El Hazar are going to have an easier time this time. Impala is going to be one of the locations that you want to go to if you want to just fight in one direction, basically.
This is a centralized plane path if you're looking forward. It has equal distance from the northern side and an equal distance from the southern side. So if a team wants to go to Los Lunes or maybe Puerto Paracio, they can just go to that area. I mean, and if a team wants to go to Tierra Bronca, they can just go to that area. One of the most underrated areas is Tierra Bronca, to be honest. It has good amount of houses, good amount of loot, but then people just, it is basically Lipovka for this particular map or something. So that is like one of the things. But then LOU is making their drop in El Pozo, if I'm not wrong, and Aqua is going out with Bablu. This
Valle Del Mar
gonna be something. If anything, I would want to see if an early fight happens.
They turn away. They just turned away. They knew someone was coming for them at Valle Del Mar, and they just stopped and turned around. So now that actually puts them in a really weird spot, because if they don't find a vehicle, they will be forced to run to their favorite location, or they'll be forced to run to the compounds closest to them, and that is actually really risky. On the other side, talking about Bablu, they are on Valle Del Mar. They will be able to find their favorite weapons, and they will be able to start those engagements. But right now, it is FS squad number 13s against squad number 15, H2E, and Old Boy is being charged upon. Baba is going to go in, but on the other side, Diffuse, one of the players already being knocked out, and Chahir is going to be finished off by PES Vegeta Portal Esports, just turning the pace of Miramar on the knob of 10.
Yeah, that they had to do, because the previous game was not as good for them if we have to go for the starters, and they were losing their two players immediately. But right now, they just want to make the maximum utilization of the things if they can go for it. FS Baba, on the other hand, and Kashuf on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, they are trying to go for some different loots. They have just an M4 right now. Level 1 helmet, level 1 vest, that is to damage. So that's going to be something. San Martin's area is where PES is, and alongside Diffuse. So we'll have to see if Diffuse, because they've had one big drop right now. They just lost a player. So they'll have to see if they can continue fighting, or if they'll have to move into the other direction. FS Baba, on the other hand, on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, has an M4, has an Uzi, if I'm not wrong, and the guns are good. He can go for mid to close range fights, but then he needs to spot a player if he wants to go for this. PES Insane on the other end, and PES Vegeta on two big buildings out there. But did they get the loot that they want? That is going to be a bit of question. And out there, I think Vegeta has a Mirado, one of the fastest vehicles in all of PUBG game.
Yeah, that is going to be... it looks really cool too. But on the other side, okay, let's look at this. PS, after wiping out one of the players, they are going to have control of this Hacienda area for themselves. And this is also a really big location with a lot of big buildings, so a lot of loots are going to be available to you. And in the early stages on Miramar, you might see an SMG, you might see an Uzi, you might see a UMP, Vector, and think that is going to work out. But Miramar has always been the map of the snipers. So you need to pick up those DMRs, you need to pick up those M24s, those Car 98s for yourself as fast as you can with any scope that you can find. I mean, a couple of days ago, we saw a man using a M24 with a red dot.
Yeah, we saw that, and he actually popped one head with that as well. So that was something that was incredible. And this is crowd favorite, ladies and gentlemen, Bablu, Pikachu, Dunny, Ghost, and Tyrant. These four players, the four horsemen that are just running around out there for kills. We'll have to see if they can, just pop each and everyone out there. And Diffuse, they have lost one player, but three players, look at them. They're just running it away from San Martin, because they know San Martin's fight was not theirs, as they just lost one player against PES, and PES is also moving into another direction as we saw last. So we'll have to see where this team stops, and if they will continue the loot or they'll just sit out there, because the plane path was pretty much centralized. And what just happened? What?
What?
Wait, what?
Did they just ram their car into something, or was the car blown up from someone? Was it damaged by someone? Because that is the only possibility I can come with. The car was damaged by someone, and then they rammed it into something that made it blow up.
Nowadays, there are two possibilities. Did a gas can blow up on them? That's also like one of the things.
Who blew up the gas can then?
I mean, a player would have been like, wait, I'll show you something. What?
Want to see something cool? Okay. Boom.
But to be honest, that puts the team in a bad spot.
Yeah.
FalaQ, they have had a decent run, but right now losing the 2 players, and I mean, one good thing is they did not give a kill to someone, but one bad thing is that they'll have to play with 2 players. But then look at this. Freestyle is moving in forward right in front of the hands of H2 Esports. We'll have to see what happens as H2 is ready for a fight. And Freestyle is also ready for a fight. Baba is currently low on HP right now. 75-ish HP. But R3D Walker has spotted 1 player. And that will be bad for RS. But they have spotted Walker as well. Walker just drops down right now. He can use a VSS. I mean, that gives him a bigger scope and a longer range. But right now, just trying to make it to his team, as that is an important thing. And Anubis is also out there. That M16 can do some damage, but depends if he has a scope or not, just to make it to its proper utilization. Wilcax is out there. Mr. N is out there. You can see with that M16, he's just trying to pop some hits if he can go for it.
Yeah, he will have to try and see if he can spot out some players, but team number 5, Mr. N from the squad RS, he's looking to spot out the players from the squad 16, R3D right in front of him on top of that ridge. He has an M16 with him, and if he actually switches over to the single shot...
One good thing, just look at this. He has just 4 first hits.
Yeah.
He cannot switch to any other thing. And his health is 70 HP. Those 5 HPs,
Yeah.
that matter right now. He cannot waste a first hit on that thing, so he's just letting it go. I mean, that's a different, but that's an effective strategy from his side, to be honest.
Yeah, that is going to be effective. I mean, you have to go around looking for those energy drinks right now.
Yeah.
On the other side, there is not other option. If you actually go for a first aid, that's going to be a waste. That's going to be the healing wasted for yourself. Or his teammate could actually drop something for him.
I mean, that can be one of the things, but then as of now, he did not, or he did not ask for it. That can be one of the things. But then look at this thing. The fight that just started out here, I mean, Freestyle has already seen the players out there. I think the call has been given of enemies ahead. And look at this one thing. One player from Freestyle is just moving in forward if he wants to go for it. He's just looking to pop some hits. The smokes are coming in as Red is trying to move backwards, but he has been spotted, and that was an impressive knock. And I think the finish is coming in handy as the tap shots from M4 are going out there.
Yeah, now Dread is going to be in trouble because the other players from the side of Freestyle, they are closing in shortly, but GamerX, he has spotted a couple of out, has a Scar L, which can actually dish out a lot of damage in the medium distances. But now GamerX was spotted as well, has been dropped to 70% health on his side. Dread slowly beating out. He is going to look to rotate to his teammate, but Malik is not going to let that happen. He's just going to finish him off.
The SLR with 3 times does an incredible damage. Like with any scope, it's going to do incredible damage. It just depends how you're going to play with it. But look at this one thing. Freestyle's one player. I guess that's Baba. He's just going for an incredible rotation on the right-hand side, if anything. And Kashif is moving forward. And same as for Hutrutsu. He's just trying to move forward. And Malik is also moving forward right now. We'll have to see what happens as Freestyle is taking his fight. And look at that thing. Baba has moved in that building right now.
Yeah.
And same is being done by Hutrutsu. We'll have to see what happens as he's moving with 25 bullets in his hand. These 25 bullets can make or break the game. Failure is out there with 35 bullets in his Uzi, sorry. We'll have to see what happens as out there. One player has been dropped down, and that is going to be something. One player from Freestyle has been taken down as well, as Failure is trying to take the fights in his hands. The lone survivor is going to be just one player on your side. That's GamerX. Can he just drop out someone? And I think he's going for it, but won't be enough on 1 HP.
And H2E
Oh my God.
take the exit from this game. I think Old Boy sort of mistook that situation and he thought Malik was already knocked down because he started running away from the room. But on the other side, BTK Darsoul with that barrel in his hand is going to look to eliminate or spot out at least the players from the side of ROG. One of the players is rotating from the car, so that player is going to be easily spotted, but the shots not being fired from any players from the side of BTK. But now I think they are still waiting for the opportunity. They are waiting for the distance to be closed out, but the dog has taken some damage, so I think the other player Dark Soul actually fired, used his barrel, and now ROG, they know that they are going to be in trouble. But Dark Soul with that M24, can he actually dish this one out? Nightmare is in his crosshairs, but he is being really, really patient. One good headshot, and the player Nightmare could be in trouble. He's looking to rotate, but Dark Soul, he has moves to his crosshair, switches over to the barrel. Nightmare right in the crosshairs with the red dot, takes a lot of damage, drops down to 40% health, but Nightmare is still alive, uses a first aid, comes back to 75, and Dark Soul once again with the barrel. Can he make this one happen? I think the M24 actually would be a little bit more effective, but Titanium from the side of ROG is going for the wraparound on BTK. If he can actually create a surprise, if he can create a backstab on the team, then he can help his teammates push in towards BTK and they can choke them out.
That can be an effective strategy out here, but then this M24 can pop some heads if you utilize correctly. Meanwhile, the first airdrop has a Groza out there with the level 3 stuff and cheek pad for the sniper. Sniper's coming in handy. Obviously, that's going to be something, and adrenaline syringe coming out there in this airdrop as well. Let's see which team actually goes up with the Groza, as that's going to reflect in the kill feed when the teams are going to go for the fights. Meanwhile, our team number 7 out here just trying to take some fights. Rogue Nation is the team is looking really good, but can they actually go for some fights, as they had a kind of a bad game previously, but can they just turn it out into a good game, as the circle is still centralized, the teams are still out there in their areas, and for the first time Bablu is currently outside the zone right now.
Yeah, they are outside the zone. Valley Del Mar was quite far away, but now they are going to look to rotate. And I think that is one of the reasons why the other teams would be wondering right now why the kill feed is not rotating. And this is, I think this is the only thing that can kill Bablu. It's the blue zone.
Oh, even the blue zone is like trying to do that, but Bablu is just moving. Like, look at this. Trident's health is low, but they are going to defeat the blue zone. First the blue zone, then the other people. That's going to be their motto right now.
Oh boy, what is this team going to stop at? Or what is it going to take to stop this team? See, the players are low, but look at this. Tyrant is the one with the lowest health. Has 4 first aid, 9 bandages, 5 energy drinks, 3 painkillers. I think with that, he can easily be at 100. 1 first aid, 2 energy drinks, and that's going to do the trick for this guy. But on the other side, Bablu stopping the car. They are going to plan out where they want to go to when they get into the circle. They were just a couple of meters away from it and stopped, because they know once they go in, the pressure is just going to be up and at it, because they are the last team, I think, to get into the circle right now, other than R3D, who are still present on the northern side. And look at this. So we have a footage of the minimap with us, and Bablu Dani, he is still quite far away from even the Chumasera area that's in this circle. So Dani is probably going to make contact with the circle by the time the blue zone makes it, and he will immediately have to regroup with his teammates and move over to the next zone.
Ronnie's AKM, I love this AKM, but can he... Ooh, that was incredible! Right now he spots out the player, takes down one, takes down the second one on 1 HP. This was incredible. In a hint of seconds, the game just shifted out there. Has 20 bandages, but will he go for it? He's just trying to spot the players and pop the heads out there. Diffuse just changed everything for the game, and Diffuse Insane is trying to go for the other knocks as well. If they can just go for it, we'll have to see what happens, but this movement was incredibly amazing out there. Scout is really looking forward to move, but then I never expected anything like this to happen.
Okay, B-List can actually come out of this with just one good nade, because now they should know where Ronnie is, and they still haven't finished off Ninja. They're still baiting the man out. Ronnie is going to heal up, and then B-List is going to be in trouble. But on the other side, 2x Alian, he is creating a backstab. Alian with that nade is going to drop down players from the side of Diffuse, but Ronnie is going to go down to the nade as well. Oh, that was a double backstab.
That was a double backstab, but there is one player that is left. Insane, can he just take out all the other players that are trying to go for his thing, because that UMP is going to do something? Yes, it does. And a team that was in a really strong position right now has a bye-bye.
Yeah, Diffuse also taking an exit from this game, but now 2x, they are going to turn their eyes towards B-List too. 2XOfficial, Alian and Virus right next to each other. FalaQ also taking an exit from the game. That was pretty fast, but now B-List, they have to decide whether they want to go in or do they want to get away from the situation. They have to decide fast, because now the blue zone is coming in. They have a car behind them. The car is damaged, but they can actually use it to go for a longer rotation into the next circle.
I mean, they can go for it because the circle is coming out there. The circle is obviously going to do a lot of damage. We'll have to see what Fury does out here. As if he should also start moving with Scout on his side. But then 2x did some incredible damage, did some incredible work, wiped out a squad. Actually, they made work a lot easier for Blacklist out here. But then the Blacklist team will have to see if the circle does more damage or will 2s. Oh, what happened? PES can't took down one player with a pan out there. That was something really, really different.
Oh boy. This match is just getting even more lit, and now Vegeta and Khan, they are just gonna loot the corpse of the man that was just killed, or should I say just sacrificed to the pan gods.
The pan coming into the equation, like, okay, guns and all are cool, but do you know a pan
You can
does
do this?
a
Yeah.
pan does damage as well? That was something. But look at this, Arkadians are looking in for a fight with HT. Are they gonna go for it? But then Rogue actually comes in for the backstab and takes down one player. But then Arcades Leon does the damage. But then Fazan will be taken down. That was something. Leon is trying to spot some players as well on his side. Meanwhile, all the other 3 players that are left from Arkadians are trying to take fights from 2 different directions. Right now, they just have their focus on just one. But Bablu takes a fight against PES. Bablu Tyrant takes on PES Khan. So I think the fights have started with Bablu and PES out there.
Yeah, they have to be careful, PES, because the last time they went up against Bablu, Bablu just handed them the exit sheet, the exit codes for the game. But now, Arkadians, which is 2 players, are going to look to go up against HT. Olitar, he is there, but has he spotted out Ash? Arkadians, they have lost 1 player, but on the other side, they are being engaged upon. Tala is going to drop one of the players, and now Ash, he can go in for the rotate, because Tala was taken out as well. Arkadians, they are in a really bad situation. So is HT, which is 2 players left standing. It is Solist and Zayan, but one of the players from HT, Icarus, he was revived. He is going to heal up. Now they're going to look to go in on Ash. Leon is quite far away. He was knocked down as well. The Molotov is being cooked. It's going to be thrown, but is it going to make any contact?
Easy
it was just
contact out
perfect.
there.
Ash, his teammate is burning alive. Ash has to get away. On the other side, he should go for the revive on Leon with the smoke coming in for cover. But on the other end, Team Aqua is going to take an exit from the game. HT, they are charging in. Leon is slowly and steadily beating out. How long can the man survive? Ash, he's sitting at 40% health. HT, they know it is a 1 versus 4 situation. Ash heals up, but can he clutch this one out? Leon is also going to die. ROG getting the kill for that one. But now, HT getting in the car. They are going for a wrap around. 2 of the players still trying to get into the car as the other 2 just try and drive away.
They are going to drive out there. They have had the good amount of kill that they want. That was the 1 kill and the only kill for the team right now, as Soulless has that one with that Molotov in his hands. But then look at this. Bablu once again looking for a fight. They know that the players are on their right, but still they won't be phased as there is PES out there. They have spotted FS Malik and they're just trying to go for it. 2x actually falls out of his own vehicle. That was something pretty, really different. But look at this thing. I mean, FS Malik has also spotted the players from Bablu. That is going to be a hell of a engagement out there in these 2 ridges. But then one thing is, Bablu is taking fights against 2 different teams. One is FS and the other one is PES. That's going to actually change everything for Team Bablu, as we haven't seen this thing happening. Like, Bablu started off a bit passive, a lot passive, but can they just make it out? I think they can. Soulless goes down out there by ROG's players. So I think Rogue Nation is looking for an incredible fight.
Yeah, Rogue Nation can actually cause trouble, but look at this. Look at the minimap. As Ocean said, Bablu, they are going up against PES, and on towards their left is going to be FS as well. But look at this. FS actually move out of the situation, are heading towards the power grid where BTK and LOU Esports are already there. This could actually turn the 2 squad versus 1 squad fight into a 1 versus 1 wherein Bablu can actually wipe out the entire squad of PES. Wolverine is quite far behind from his teammate. Ghost with that mini 14 is looking to see if he can spot out the players, but the dog from ROG is going to be taken out. ROG Titanium is going to spot out a couple of players from the side of HT, but he is going to be flanked himself, and Alter was the man who was doing the damage, hiding behind the car. Titanium, he has been cornered. He's going to be taken out by Soulless with those long range shots on that M16.
The guy is impressively Soulless out there because he wants those kills, he wants those kill points, and he is going for it. Look at him moving, look at him charging out there. Altair will go down by JD from Rogue Nation, as JD is looking for the kills right now. But then will that stop HT from moving in forward? That's going to be one thing, as they need the kill of Titanium as well in this particular fight. 2x is sitting out there and Soulless is moving forward right now. He wants each and every kill that can be handed to him. but a Nightmare is moving forward for Titanium, just trying to give out the perfect cover, but will that be stopping them out there? That's going to be a bit of a question. Altair just goes down, falls down, as now HT is left with 3 players, but still they are looking in for a fight as JD is moving forward. If he spots Soulless, that can change everything for the team right now, but I think the player has been revived. JD is going for it. Yes, Titanium has been revived, but look at that. Arkadians players are still outside the circle trying to go for the thing, but then in the smoke, JD with a spray takes down one, takes down 2, just 1 player left. One single player left out there for HT. Can he do it for his game? That is Soulless, if I'm not wrong. And that guy can do wonders with his gun right now. But look at this, Ash outside the circle, still trying to get inside the circle, still taking a fight against the circle. Will it be worth it? That's gonna be a bit of question. But then Ash just goes down, and that will be the end of Arkadians on the 11th spot, ladies and gentlemen. 0 kills for them, and the circle has had a northern shift. That's an impressive northern shift.
Wait. PS was right next to Bablu. I mean, even they ran away from them. Who is going to be the team that actually challenges this one? Because now Bablu, this time, they are the last one to come in. But on the other side, PS Vegeta visits Mini 14 actually spots out a lot of players running in. But he is still not fighting. It is the players from the side of R3D, and Walker is the man that spotted. Vegeta still hasn't given away any information. He's waiting for the distance to close. And I think that was close enough. Walker taking a lot of hits from Vegeta's Mini 14 is going to be dropped down to around 30% health. But HT Icarus is going to be finished off by Titanium, and that's going to be it for the squad of HTeamXRange.
Did you just see that? Team number 17 is Bablu, and they are trying to make inside the circle right now. Each and every player has its own vehicle. That's just impressive, but they are gonna fall short. And yes, if you spot some player, just finish it as easy as you can. And Dani is actually knocked out right now. Not yet finished, but that's gonna be something. PS Vegeta indirectly helping Bablu, if that is the word out there, because he's just trying to spot out that Tyrant is out there, but Pikachu is down, Dani is down. Tyrant will also be taken down. That is so bad right now, and Bablu squad gets eliminated.
What?
Out there on 9th spot with 2 kills in their hands. This is big one, guys. Freestyle is going freestyle because they have the Groza, and they just obliterated the whole squad of Bablu. This is big one.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a big one because the best squad performing today has been taken out early on with just 2 kills. This chicken dinner is going to be up for grabs for anyone who can take this, and RSxTeamx is going to be taken out as well on the 8th position. PS Vegeta is just wreaking havoc with that Mini 14. PS, they have lost 1 player, but still looking pretty strong. On the other side, look at this. Freestyle sitting quite comfortable with those 9 kills on them, and all 4 players alive. 2x, one of their players was knocked down. So only 2 squads right now with their entire squads who can take this one. But as we say that, another squad exiting the game, and we are down to 7.
Alright, the grenade can do something. It does something. The health has been taken out of the equation from Abu's grenade. We'll have to see what actually changes. And out of the end, Kashu will be taken out. PS Wolverine. PS also looking really strong right now. Rogue Nation outside the circle. Freestyle outside the circle. Makes their way inside the circle right now. But one of their players just goes down. Rogue Nation once again sitting outside the circle. R3D is outside the circle as the circle is doing much more damage. 40 more seconds, ladies and gentlemen. And after that, 6th circle is going to commence. PES Vegeta trying to move in forward. PS Insane trying to move forward. They have caught some players. One more shot and the person will go down, but then he just makes it to the safer side. FS Baba on the other hand with that M4 6-time spray was just trying to do some damage to PES's Insane, which now makes it to safety. Wolverine takes down BTK. Dead shot with his Mini 14. Mini 14 doing insane amount of damage right now, but then which team is going to have this chicken dinner? For the first time, we are going to see a new team having out a chicken dinner, and that is going to be something as Vegeta goes down by FS Baba. But on the other end, Cover Fire comes in to save a friend, to save a teammate out here, and ROG Nightmare once again going in forward, and FS Baba, now he knows the location of the second player, is going to go and try finish him as well.
Yeah, but they weren't able to save him. Vegeta was instantly finished off by Baba, and now, okay, look at this. Couple of seconds ago, Freestyle was sitting there with 4 players alive. Now there's just 1 remaining, and Wolverine is still wreaking havoc with that Mini 14. Is going to drop down ROG Nightmare, and once again the war is on. Another team exiting the stage, and it is just incredible. HTeamXRange right now sitting on the top with all 4 players, 5 kills to their name. Rogue Nation has 8, but R3D Colossi is going to wrap around the smoke, spots out 1, knocks down 1, but the other one gives him a lot of damage. He's sitting there with just 5 health on himself. Is just fighting inside the smoke, but Freestyle are going to exit this game as well, and R3D is going to follow up next. We are down to the top 4 in an instant.
What?
And ROG JD, oh, LOU Esports being wiped out as well in a random spray with the Tommy gun.
That Tommy gun did much more damage, to be honest, out there. And 4 teams remaining, ladies and gentlemen. The shots are coming outside and inside the smoke right now. 12 people alive. 2x officials, Rogue Nation, TeamBTK and Portal Esports are the teams surviving. Rogue Nation with 8 kills in their hands right now. But then 2x is trying to go for something, but they are in a bit of danger right now as BTK Dark Soul spots 1 player. 2x Virus takes on player from PES. Portal Esports left out with just 1 player. It's a 3v, 3v, 2v1 right now, excluding the players that are knocked out in the situation right now. 1 from 2x and 1 from BTK. We'll have to see what happens as Portal Esports make their exit. 3 teams remaining, 10 people out there. Nightmare is just trying to see some players, and if he spots the players from 2x, I think it's going to be the end game for those players. No doubt there are 4 players out there, but if anything, the high ground advantage is on the hands of Rogue Nation right now, which has 9 kills. The team that is trying to make another statement right in front of Bablu squad right now. The team that is ready for a fight. We'll have to see what happens out there. Freestyle got eliminated on the 4th position. They have 15 points for them. That was the squad that eliminated Bablu. But then ROG, look at this. Rogue Nation has a pretty good higher ground. They can take down 2x's players, but they will be third party from BTK from the back end side.
Yeah, that is going to be it. But Nightmare is going to care about that. He is not going to care about that. Spots out a couple of players from the side of 2xOfficial. Is going to try and shoot them down with that M4 in his hands. But the Mini 14 is going to come and play from the side of Deadshot. He's going to knock down 1 on the side of 2xOfficial. And now Nightmare, he focuses attention on BTK. It does a lot of damage to one of the players, but is dropped to 40% as well. He's trying to fight in a 2 versus 1 situation. Why would he do that? That was a bad decision. But now Titanium is in trouble. He's going to knock down 2 from the side of BTK. And ROG JD is going to come to the help of his teammate Nightmare. They still have to deal with Deadshot, but he is still going there with the Mini 14. But can he spot out the players? Deadshot, I think he did spot out Nightmare. He's going for the kill. He's going to knock down JD, but now he has to deal with Titanium on the other side. 2xOfficial can actually take advantage of the situation and come in and collapse upon all these teams. Alian has spotted out one of the players. Is going to take the kill for it for free, but Titanium is going to drop down Alian instead with that AK in his hands.
He needs to full up his health right now. The tank should be full as he will be the solo survivor. As in this situation, it's a 1v3 situation as Rogue Nation's 1 player Titanium is left out there. Will he show his gameplay? That is impressive. That has been impressive so far. Or will the players of 2x gonna go for that thing right now as they have 8 points for themselves? Look at this. 3 players distributed on either side. Sergeant, Virus and Major Whitey. On the other hand, Titanium, the solo survivor from ROG. Whose game is this going to be? For the first time, we are going to see a different winner. Titanium outside the circle for the overcommitment right now. Gets inside the circle. He has a reach for his advantage. Can spot Sergeant. If he does that, that's going to be something. But Virus has his eyes set on that. Does not have a helmet. His head will be prone, but he does not worry for it. Sergeant goes down. 1 player goes down, but that is going to be the end as 2xOfficials, they just win this game.
Yeah, they win this game, but ROG Rogue Nation, they had a lot of kills in their hand, so we have to see if that actually factors in and causes Rogue Nation to finish on the first position in the game standings. But on the other side, for the first time, Bablu being eliminated early on. And why did that happen? Because they were trying to take fights. They did not try it, but they were engaged upon by 3 different teams.
Yeah, but then Freestyle took the maximum out of it, and Freestyle's Baba with his Groza, he just eliminated 3 players from Bablu. Like, 1 player went down with a single spray, he just shifted it to the 2nd player, and after that it was just, end game out there in that equation. That was something like more than impressive, if I have to say, because there are teams that are ready to challenge this team and they are just going for it. But then from the new team, let's for the first time see who was the MVP out there. And MVP will also show us the team that obviously, once again won. 2x Alian. 5 kills, 615 damage, 23 minutes and 56 survival time, and 9.3 kilometers was the total distance covered by this single player in this game.
That is just impressive, but once again, a lot of support coming in. And the way they ended this game, 2xOfficial, they knew where Titanium was. And Titanium, tried to play it to perfection, but a little bit overcommitment. As you said, first running outside the zone and then peeking without healing. He had knocked down 1 player. He could have gone for the heal because the other 2 players from the side of 2x were actually quite far away.
I mean, he saw the head of the 2nd person. And just like I said, there was no helmet on him. So he was like, maybe I can with a headshot just take him out. But then he forgot that his health was kind of critical at that spot. And that, changed everything for him and his game as well. But to be honest, I think they have 12 kills on the 2nd position. and they have 9 on the first position. So we'll kind of have to see if how that all justifies. But then let's just have a look at the top 5 players for this particular game of Miramar. And Aryan, obviously 5 kills for him, 615 damage, and Nightmare from Rogue Nation, 5 kills once again and 562. That's a good amount.
Yeah, and then Titanium is following up soon on the 3rd position, 4 kills, 959 damage. Baba from Freestyle is going to be 4th, 4 kills, 616 damage, and Lou Phobia is going to be there as well on the 5th position, 3 kills and 41 damage for himself. And this is the first time that we are not seeing a single player from Bablu in there.
Because, I mean, we can say that we saw 3 players from Bablu because all those 3 kills went to Baba. He has 4 kills, and out of those 4, 3 are from Bablu's squad. That was just an impressive gameplay from that guy, to be honest. We'll have to see how, that charges in the last game. As now everyone knows that obviously, see, the fights are both sided. You either win one, or you lose one. There's nothing in between. So that is one thing that sometimes happens in different fights. So those things happen. But let's see which team won this one and which teams were on the verge of winning. As we're gonna see the standings of this particular game. 2HTeamXRange, 9 kills for them, 29 points out there. Rogue Nation, obviously, the second position team was out there with 12 total kills and 26 points for them. Freestyle, look at this. Look at the jump that they have.
5 points for placement, 10 for kills. Wow. Finishing 3rd.
That was impressive. And Portal Esports once again making a comeback. Like previous game was not kind of that much good for them. But they had 8 placement points and 13 overall total points for them. TeamBTK, 2 kills that just makes them drop to the 5th position out there with 12 points. R3D Esports on the 6th. Low Esports on the 7th. Team Bablu add 5 points to the 77, but still they are looking really safe right now at this 8th position in this particular game.
Yeah, the gap is going to close slightly, but the gap was actually pretty big to start with. Moving on to the next 8, we have HTeamXRange on the 9th. RSxTeamx is going to be 10th. DFUZeOfficial is going to be 11th. Arkadians taking an early exit in the game. They were 12th. Team Aqua is on the 13th spot. Blacklist 2 is going to be 14th. FalaQ is going to be 15th. And Team H2E is going to be 16th this time around. But once again, this was an interesting game because this is what we said. Miramar is a big map, and on the big map, you can actually use that to your advantage. Distance yourself from Bablu for as long as you can. Wait for them to make a mistake and then go in on them. And that is exactly what's happened. Were later to the rotations because in the early game, they were rotating at pretty normal times. Not too late, not too early. They rotated early on Erangel. On Sanhok, the rotation was like what you would expect from an average team. And on Miramar, it was, I think, the slowest rotation by far out of anyone.
Yeah, they were trying to get inside the zone. And if you remember, the zone rotation was everyone was going solo in their own vehicle.
Yeah.
That kind of changed everything. See, you can go solo. That will help you find out players easily and fastly. But you won't have the second player that can help you in the gun power. So that thing, kind of takes them down. So if anything, even with these mistakes, I don't think so that Bablu squad is going to lose any points. But then let's see what happened on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th in the overall standings as we're going to see those standings out there. And obviously, 82 points for that team. And R3D is also sitting at the 1st and 2nd are not even phased.
Yeah, and once again, total kills for Bablu, 39. Total points for R3D is 39. But moving down, we have 2HTeamXRange making the jump, 37 points, 3rd position. Rogue Nation is going to be 4th, 34 points. Portal Esports is going to be 5th, 32 points. LOU Esports is going to be 6th, 30 points. RSxTeamx is going to be 7th, 28 points. And Arkadians are going to be 8th for now, 26 points for them. Moving on to the next 8, let's have a look at the teams that are, once again, trying hard, but they will have times in the future because this is just day number 1. Freestyle is going to be 9th, 25 points. TeamBTK is going to be 10th, 18 points. H2E is going to be 11th, 16 points. DFUZeOfficial is going to be 12th, 12 points. FalaQ is going to be 13th with 12 points. Blacklist 2 is going to be 12th with 10 points. HTeamXRange is going to be 15th with 7 points. And Team Aqua is going to be 16th with 4 points.
I mean, one of the strongest teams out there, still sitting on the strongest point. And Freestyle, they had an impressive gameplay in this one. I won't be surprised if after the next game they come up in top 8 or something, because they're just at the 9th spot and it's fairly close. But then Team Aqua, they've had 3 placement points so far and 1 in the total kill department. Same for the Blacklist, like 9 placement points and 1 in the kill department. And Team Rage out there with 2 kills. See, this is the hardest. This is the peak time. Like, okay, today is the first day.
Yeah.
But you kind of need to, step up your game in the kills as well, because the teams that are doing incredibly impressive in the kills, they are kind of going for a domination right now.
Yeah, they are going for a domination, but this is what happens. You dominate in a couple of games, but in one of the games, you will take an early exit, obviously, if you're going to be aggressive. Because as we say, aggression is like taking a risk. Either you're going to win, either you're going to lose. You can't win every single time. But let's have a look at the head-to-head of Freestyle versus Arkadians. And look at this. Kills, Arkadians 9, 15 to the side of Freestyle. Damage being done, 2300 for Arkadians. Freestyle is at 3354. And healing, 1700 to 1100. So all these stats are right now in the favor of Freestyle. Freestyle is leading these numbers. But look at this. Points. 25 to Freestyle, 26 to Arkadians. So Arkadians are doing something so different that they are sitting in that top 8 and Freestyle is not.
I like the logo of Freestyle. The F has that M4.
Yeah.
That the M4's thing out there. That was really impressive. I'm talking about the thing that Arkadians is doing. See, in the first match, they had an early engagement with H2 Esports, but then they ended up second.
Yeah.
They did not have kills, but they had a position for them. So the position points actually sometimes matter if you are kind of trying to go for the kills or not go for the kills. But if you have a placement point in a cumulative, that means that they are consistent with their position. That consistency kind of matters. Otherwise, it breaks everything if there's no consistency.
Yeah, consistency definitely matters. As we saw, Bablu being consistent for 2 games, but not in the third one. We still have one more game to go, so they can still come back and dominate on the last Erangel if they can. But that is gonna happen after a short break. You guys stay tuned and keep watching. Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split Pakistan Group Stages. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by Ocean Sharma, and all we have left for today is going to be the last game on Erangel. But so far, the previous three have just been impressive.
Impressive. The first has been impressive. The second has been impressive by the same team, and the third time the impression just went to the other team because the new team actually gets out a chicken dinner in that one. So, I mean, each and every team is trying their best. But so far, the best of the best is coming out from Bablu. If anything, in the kills department, they are leading. They are leading in the points department. They are leading in each and every department. So, overall, if we have to talk about the stuff, then we can just talk about something that is going to be kill leaders. Are they phased in the overall kill leaders or not? That's going to be one of the things. So yeah, this is our overall kill leaders, ladies and gentlemen. And nope, they are not going anywhere.
A little bit here and there, but apart from that, Pikachu sitting at 15 kills in total, 1686 damage on the guy. Second position being taken by Bablu's Ghost with 9 kills, 1991 damage, almost 2000. Bablu Danny is going to take the third one with 9 kills, 1247 damage, and the fourth position is going to be ROG's Nightmare with 7 kills, 777 damage, a lot of 7s in there, and he's the only man separating the team from being complete because Bablu Tyrant is sitting on the 5th spot, 6 kills, 1271 damage. All the players from Bablu with over 1000 damage each.
Yeah, and I mean the team is totally complete. It's just Nightmare sitting out there, but then I'm pretty sure Tyrant is just gonna come out in the equation and just leave it out there. But talking about the players that are from 6 to 10, you can see Titanium from Rogue, the final guy that was surviving out in the previous game, has 6 kills for his back and 1124 damage in numbers crunch. And then RS, Mr. Wilgax is out there for you guys, 6 kills for himself as well. Colossi is out there from R3D, 6 kills and 611 damage. Baba from FS, obviously FS, this guy made an impact in the previous game with his Groza and has 5 kills for the bank. And out of those 5, 4 were in this previous match. That's amazing.
Yeah, that was amazing indeed. And those 3 kills that he got, they were from
Bablu, the top scorers out there. And then the final person, that was Leon from Arkadians, that he's on the 10th position. So that is quite impressive. But all numbers are gonna shuffle, numbers are gonna change as we're gonna move to each and every game out there, to be honest. But what are your expectations from the final Erangel match?
I think in the last game, I expect HTeamXRange or Portal Esports to actually step it up big this time around. On the other side, Arkadians, as I was talking about the strongest teams in the region, HTeamXRange have proved that they are pretty consistent. PES was one of the teams that were reason for Bablu not winning every single tournament because they always contend with them and are the closest sort of rivals that Bablu can ask for. And on the other side, Arkadians are pretty strong as well. Remember the 1v6 that I was telling you about? Arkadians were the part of that.
I mean, that is pretty impressive. But I would want to see, just like you said, I want to see PES actually stepping up their game this time and having a chicken dinner, or maybe, just maybe, Bablu just comes with an impressive comeback. So you never know what happens. This team has the capability, has had 2 back-to-back chicken dinners. Can go for the third one as well.
Yeah, they can go for the third one. And after the game on Miramar, something that is pretty much going to be noticed by everyone is going to be that it is the fast-paced game style that Bablu sort of thrives on. They like the aggression. They want to get in as many fights as they can. Because once the pace slows down and they can't find people to kill, that is when they are forced to rotate and they sort of fumble up a little bit. But on the other side, if they are always engaging in combat, then they will kill anyone in their crosshairs.
And if you remember, there was a fight out there, if you remember, from Blacklist side out there, when a car just rams over the opponents. Versus Diffuse. Ronnie was out there. Car just rams over from over his head. That was just pixel of things. If the car would have hit his head, that would have been an instant knockout. Then the players would have knocked him even without knowing that there was a player out there.
They did not know the man was there. They were just driving, or I think they did, but they just thought that alright, no one is gonna hide in a ditch. That is a risky position. You can get hit, you can be shot at while coming in. So that was one of the assumptions that the players from this side of Blacklist actually made. And even Ronnie did not realize what had just happened because his reactions were a little bit slow on the fire.
His reaction was slow, and they did not know. They did not even,
they didn't turn around.
They did not turn around. They did not fire anything. They were just sitting in that car at that time. They were like, it's a good day. It's a good day. It's a good day.
We're dead.
Oh, yeah, we're hit and something. But then we are going to be in the final game, ladies and gentlemen, of Erangel. As you can see, the plane path is starting from Milta Power to Zarki. Let's see if a team actually goes out there or what happens. School is going to be out there. Rozok, Yasnapul, and if a team wants to go, Novo Repnoi can be in the proximities as well. Milta, Prison, Shelter, Mansion, Lipovka. Puchinki is also going to be a good area alongside Georgiopol. So pretty good names coming out there.
Yeah, pretty good names coming out. But the teams that like to go to military base, the teams that like to go to Primosk, they have to be careful. But the last time on Erangel, that entire western side was left abandoned and everyone just decided to stick towards the center. This time Diffuse, are they going for the Novo drop again? And yes, they are. On the other side, HTeamXRange are heading towards the northeastern part of the map, probably to Lipovka or Prison area. But the last time Bablu, they landed on towards the North Georgiopol city, and they were contested there as well, but both the teams actually stayed alive and they actually made their rotation from Ruins over to Puchinki. But now we have to see where they are going to go. On the other side, ROG Nation, they are Rogue Nation, in fact, they are taking control of the mansion, and squad number 11, HTeamXRange, they are heading towards Lipovka so far. And LOU Esports taking an early landing. I think they were the squad that went to the military base the last time.
Yeah, and they are trying to go for another location. But look at this. You can see Bablu out there. Bablu Tyrant just dropping out for... I think they're going to go and contest Georgiopol this time for a start or something like that, if anything. But the zone is going to favor them. And look at this. Teams are still trying to get inside the circle. And now they can just shift their attention. But I think H2 Esports is once again going to Pochinki, and these are the shades of the previous match where H2K and Arkadians were engaged in the fight. And look at this, winner chicken dinner, parachute was out there, and now he has a gun. That's an instant loot for you guys.
Yeah, that is gonna be an instant loot coming for the players, but the loot that he has in his hands was a shotgun, so you have to make sure that you make it count. On the other side, I think Bablu realized that they were a little bit slow on the landing, and it was his Tyrant who was going towards the side of Georgiopol. He realized that Freestyle was gonna be there before him, and he stopped. He stopped in his tracks, and now he's going to look to somehow regroup with his teammates, who again landed in the same spot as the last time. That's going to be the North Georgiopol city, the city located towards the northern side, on the other side of the river to the containers.
This one is not going to be a Pochinki zone, but then this one is going to end around Gatka Quarry. So that's going to be one of the things, like, you don't have that house once again to help you. You don't have the zone to help you this time. This time, the things are going to be different. And H2 Esports versus a Blacklist. This is going to be something, as Xenex is out there, Scout is out there. That Scorpion and Uzi. I mean, 9mm is a good thing, but no level 1 helmet and level 2 vest. That's going to be a game changer out there. And, alright, you kind of need to look right and left before you cross the road like that.
Definitely, and that is why you need to do that, because Fandy is going to be killed over in a drive-by, and he's going to be punched to his death. Aqua just losing a one player within the first 3 minutes of the game. That is going to put the team into a super passive mode. And Aqua is one of those teams that are playing this entire tournament with just 3 players in them.
And they are at the last spot right now. And this actually changes once again. They'll have to play it passively once again, because the overall standings is keeping them to the last. So we'll have to see what happens. H2E failure, on the other hand, on the other side of the road with all his other people on that. On the other side, as you can see, Dread is out there. Old Boy is out there from H2 Esports. We'll have to see what happens when they're going to change each and everything about their gameplay. But for now, I think Blacklist has a really good advantage. 2 players on one side, 2 players on the other. They can give adequate cover fires for their players.
Yeah, they can actually provide the cover fire. Failure with that PP Bison in his hand, but the distance is going to be a little bit too much, because Blacklist are slowly and steadily falling back. But H2E, they are known to be a little bit aggressive, and once again looking to spur the players from the side of Blacklist. The last time they tried this was against Arkadians, and Arkadians went into super passive mode, sort of swarmed and grouped together in just one squad house, and then waited for H2E to engage, which H2E did, and they ended up paying for that with their lives.
Yeah, and Arkadians got a second position in that particular match. We'll have to see if the same happens with Blacklist or not, or if H2E has learned from the mistake. Right now, as you can see, Dread on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, has an M4, has an AK. Ninja has an AK for himself as well. He's just trying to spot. He spots Dread out there. I think the information will be given in the form of enemies ahead, but he's still quite far behind.
Yeah.
The other players are right next to him. As you can see, Old Boy in that triple story,
Yeah.
he can change everything for the team out there.
Yeah, he can change everything indeed, and he's on the rooftop as well.
And Failure out there, no one has expected Failure to be at that location. And Failure can change everything. Look at this.
Ooh,
he
he's
is
wrapping around the outer side.
He is wrapping around, and no one kind of knows it. Like, the enemies ahead was done for Dread. The location was given of Dread, and Old Boy, as Blacklist, is still thinking that the players are on the other side. No one has expected Failure. Can Failure actually change everything for the game? As out here, 2x, the team that won the previous game, is looking ready for a fight. They have spotted a player, but the player is out of their proximities, out of their bounds right now. They're not going to be engaging in a fight anymore from that particular player right now. But then coming back to this fight, 53 bullets in that PB Bison, and has an Uzi for the changes as well. He should not pop out any bullet right now. If anything, he should pop out bullets for Ninja or Fury. As otherwise, if he does it, his location will be given to the closest players out there.
Yeah, I think he should actually wrap around even further and try and see if he can actually get a good flank. But that is going to be risky just because how open the area is. If he spotted out that he's going to be knocked down in a really bad spot, no revives are going to be able to come to him. But he can create an opening for his teammate. That thing is for sure. Fury is quite close to failure, so we still have to see if Fury actually managed to spot him out. Old Boy has a nade in hand, is gonna cook it up, but where will he throw it, and will it be successful? Oh no, it bounces off the window pane. Okay, but somehow he still managed to survive. On the other side, Dread has taken a lot of damage, drops down to around 40% health, should go look for the heals and heal up, because this engagement is gonna happen in a little while. For now, it is at a standstill between these two teams.
What do you like to call it? The Mexican standoff that's happening.
Yeah, Mexican standoff.
Between these two teams happening right now. The Cold War going on between the two teams, that they have spotted each other. But for now, they're just not going to go for that engagement. And that's like one of the things. But then 2x was out in the open or near around that Potato Hill area. That's what we call, those areas. This is the poaching kill, sorry. So that's what this is. The second grenade. Can this do the charm right now? As the grenade is on a good throw. But then is it going to hit? It does hit the right spot, but the player was not in that direction, not in that area. So that is going to change each and everything. But then look at this. 2x's virus. He has wrapped around the whole city of Pochinki, but was not spotted yet because the two teams are just concentrating solely on each other.
Yeah, they are focused on each other, B-List and H2E, but they have to be careful as well, because Failure, I don't think he has still been spotted. He's still outside. He's being careful. And if he actually gets in close enough, then this is going to be a mess for B-List too, because the other players from the side of H2E, they are going to come charging in like an hailstorm and destroy them. But, oh, Fury, he's being careful with that peek. I think he has spotted Failure already.
He might have spotted Failure already, but then will he go for the fight? Because see, the fight actually, to be honest, the fight actually matters. A fun fact: did you see the clouds out there?
Yeah.
Do you know each and every match has a different cloud pattern?
Oh,
like that's a little detail about the game that's present in the wiki of the game, that each and every different, the clouds on the top right, on the clouds in the sky.
Yeah.
Note like the second cloud is similar to the previous games or something.
They are randomly generated.
They're randomly generated, and that's like a small little detail of the game or something.
Fun fact.
Pretty fun fact. In a pressurized gameplay, it's good to drop fun facts or something out there.
Once again, the early clusters forming in towards the Gatka side, and Bablu, they are going to be in trouble because FalaQ is quite close to them, Aqua is quite close to them, and they can be collapsed upon from both those sides. But once again, taking control of the North Georgiopol city is going to be important, because that area right now is in the circle. Until the second zone is going to kick in, they still might be in the second circle, in fact. If the RNG, the randomness gods, actually favor them, or the PUBG gods actually favor them, if you say it like that. But on the other side, for now, Bablu, they are being careful with how they proceed and how they approach this game. But another team that's going to have to be careful is going to be Freestyle. Kashuf, he has taken a lot of damage while running out of the house, in fact, and was dropped down to around 30% health.
Yeah, that is totally true. We'll have to see how the fights actually happen out there in this Gatka area, as the Molotovs, all the throwables are coming in hand right now. That is an important thing. Arkleon is out there from Arkadians. We'll have to see how the fights actually happen, and we'll have to see how those fights actually go down, as one of the players has been knocked. He kind of needs a revive right now. That's going to be Ash, and Tala is also moving forward. This is going to be something, as Freestyle is looking forward to take more and more kills for the team right now, as Freestyle's Baba is charging in on Faizan. We'll have to see if Faizan just takes up a fight in his hands right now or not. You guys guys can see Baba on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. M4 on his hands right now. Second gun is going to be DP, and Faizan is on the other side. And Failure gets his first knock out there on Blacklist. But look at this. Faizan has dropped down. They still don't have that information. Now they do, as Faizan has been spotted, and I think he'll be taken down. And that was impressive by Baba, taking Faizan down. And Kashyap was spotted in that, but still he'll get to safety and blitz. Look at this thing. Failure was spotted. Failure took down one player, but he was spotted in that particular thing. And then Red will try to take the kill of Ninja for Failure. And Scout has been taken down. Fury is trying to move forward right now. We'll have to see what happens in this fight, as Fury is the lone survivor. Will he be able to make it for the team? I don't think so. This is the first squad eliminated out here, ladies and gentlemen. Blacklist gets eliminated on the first spot right now.
Yeah, quite unfortunate for the team, and it all came down to that one guy, Failure, with that amazing flag, getting one knock for his team. And the entire squad for Ace2 actually just collapsed. But the nade coming in, Leon is going to be taken down, and Arkadians, they are in so much trouble right now. Freestyle are charging in on them, but Tala could be the only person who can save his teammates. And Ash is quite low as well. He has healed up. Faizan was already gone from this game, so this is going to be a 3 versus 4 situation. Ash on the rooftop, can he protect his teammates? Tala is on the lower floor. The revive is going to come in for Leon, but before that, the smoke is going to be popped for safety. Right now, Freestyle, they are still looking for an opportunity. One of their teammate was taken out as well, so they have to be careful as to how they charge in and how they approach this fight, because even a 2 versus 3 situation is winnable. You can survive and win a 2 versus 3 fight, but a 4 versus 2 fight would have been horrible for the side of Arkadian. So Leon has been revived now. He has healed up, and now the Arkadians are going to try and either get away from the situation and avoid an early exit, or they could actually go charging in towards the side of Freestyle and take all the 4 kills for themselves.
Those kills are going to be important. Those kills are going to be precious. As a circle, you can see, ladies and gentlemen, and look at this. Arkadians, Ash, he knows the location. He knows the players. He has all the information. He knows that the Baba has actually just moved on to the right-hand side. He did not do any shot right now. He did not, fire anything from his gun. And look at this. RS. 2 players of RS out there, and they are looking really good as M249 drops really close to the medkit in this drop, level 3 stuff in this drop, suppressor AR in this drop. But talking about suppressors, this suppress sniper is in the hands of PES Khan. This DMR, it can change everything as the shots are being shot at, but the shots are a bit close, but still not enough to do the adequate damage that is needed. But then Arkadians Ash is still looking for a fight. That M16 on that holographic, trying to do the damage that he should be doing out there, and Kashyap is moving forward. No one knows the location right now, as Kashyap is trying to take the TBP, is on the adjacent house, is on the adjacent building. Once again, steps himself back, is trying to take gather the required amount of stuff that he needs before charging in. Has a barrel, is trying to go for it. Level 2 helmet on him, level 2 vest. That is slightly damaged right now, but then will this forward movement help his team? Yes, no, that's going to be something. And a stun comes in. This is the first time I'm seeing a stun in the equation right now, but does not stun anyone. But still, that was an incredible effort. And look at this. Baba is low on health. Now he's good with his 75 HP. Would like to move in forward or not? That is going to be a bit of a question, as PES is also trying to barge in this fight.
Yeah, a lot of shots being fired in an area is obviously going to attract other teams. They're going to wait to see if one of these teams is going to lose players, or if one of these teams get wiped out entirely and then come charging and get the free kills for themselves. But right now, Bablu, they have their crosshairs, they have their eyes set on the team in front of them. That's going to be R3D. Can they take this one? Danny is always being the entry fragger for the team, is the first man up front. Takes a lot of damage from the nade, is going to be dropped down to around 60% health, but is going to heal up soon. Joker with that mini 14 can actually stop the push from Bablu. Another nade being cooked. The smoke coming in from Ghost is going to allow him to rotate in towards his teammate even closer, and is going to allow them to push in towards R3D. But can R3D stop Bablu? And for how long can they stop them? How much utility is it going to take?
The third grenade can do some damage. It does some damage on the Bablu side, as Dani has taken a lot of damage right now. Critical damage for him. He'll try to go for the first end. Pikachu will have to see, can this player, the player that has done impressive in the game of Sanhok, 9 kills for himself and 20 kills for the team, can he just go for this or not? That's going to be a bit of a question right now, as R3D, look at them. One's on the ridge, one's inside the house, one's inside the shack. They are ready for the team to charge in.
Yeah, they are ready for it to charge in, But once again, the last time we saw this, Bablu actually wiped out an entire squad. They did not care if they had cover. They did not care if they were present in huts. They just went in 3 at a time and killed everyone. Oh, Zeo, he could have a really good flank on the players from Bablu. Danny and Pikachu, they have to watch themselves. If they do not spot Zeo out, he is going to cause so much trouble, and he is going to be the reason that Bablu lose a lot of players. The nade being cooked was taken away, but now Zeo once again is trying to spot out the players from the side of Bablu. Danny once again trying to find an opening, trying to spot out the players, but Ghost is moving for the flank. The nade being cooked. Danny is going to throw it towards Zeo. I think he was spotted out as well, and the nade is going to drop him down to 30% health, close to 30% health.
Ezio is gonna see if he's gonna use his utilities right now, but look at Ghost just ghosting around in that area. Can he just go for it? Can he go for a fight right now as Ghost is moving forward? R3D just barely making outside the circle as Ezio is not inside the circle right now. He needs to come to his players as fast as he can, because that is gonna be an important one. And the cover has been made by blasting a vehicle. Look at this. Anubis on one side, Ghost on the other side. Will the throwables come in, or are they gonna just barge in? Level 1 helmet for both of them. Level 2 West for Ghost right now. 40 bullets in the Scarl versus 40 bullets in the AKM. Can it make a difference as Ghost is moving in forward? He is trying to go for the full work around out there and has spotted the player. Now he knows that there is a player out in that area. Will he try to go for that fight or not? Because this is a fight of patience right now. Moves in and goes for 28 bullets right now, and the gun has been switched. M4 on his hand right now. Tries to take the fight from one direction, but then will be caught off guard. This was an impressive movement by the team right now. Takes down 2 players from the sides, and R3D has just two solo survivors, but with less health. Now make it one as one more player falls short. Bablu is back in the game right now. No cover fires coming in out there as Bablu does the job and eliminates a whole squad for himself.
This is what I said. They are going to dish out the damage. Then they go in 3 at a time. Not 1, not 2. 3 players charge into 1 guy in a house. That was just brutal. That was so hard to watch.
But then they have to get inside the circle. The 4th circle has started. They were at the edge of the zone. We'll have to see if they make into the zone or if the game is gonna be, bad for them. Because the previous game was also them versus the zone, and in that, they were taken around by the other players. We'll have to see what happens in that particular fight. And look at this. Wolverine takes on 1 player from HT in an impressive way. That AKM 4X tap just took down 1 player.
Yeah, that was just impressive from this guy, and a lot of impressive things have been going on the other side. Arkadians, Ash is going to drop down 1 player from the side of Freestyle. Baba is going to be taken out, but Aqua now... Oh boy, Aqua, he had his crosshair on Bablu, but as soon as he saw them, he just stayed. He hid into cover, but do Bablu, they know? Oh, they came in with the car. They have gotten out of the car. Now Aqua Fatty, he's going to be in so much trouble. Aqua, they have already lost 1 player. 1 player has already been knocked down. Hamza is being knocked down. Fatty, can he survive this one? The 3 players come charging in yet again, and that is going to be it for Aqua. They are out of this game.
1 squad wipe, 2 squad wipe. This is the team Bablu that we guys know, and this team is ready for the fight right now. Why does that all rhyme? I don't know. but to be honest, this squad is just impressively ready, and they are just, hungry right now. The kills that were not theirs in the previous match, I think they are just ready to take on those players, on those people right now. PS Insane just trying to spot some players and trying to knock some players out. As the damage is being done, the chip damage on HT is coming out there, but that was not enough to take the players totally down. But I think, if anything, I would want to see the first games fight once again. PES versus Bablu versus R3D, the big names that were out there, but R3D has been taken out of the equation by them.
Yeah, R3D has been taken down. On the other side, Arkadians getting another knock up against FS. But PS, they are going for these long-range battles. One of the players from the side of HT has already been knocked down. So this could be an advantage. The Scar L at that great of a distance can be pretty hard to sort of land the shots with. But if they can actually do that, as you said, Ocean, the chip damage can actually be made to count if your other players are working with some decent DMRs or some decent assault rifles that work with long ranges.
Yes, and FalaQ Respect takes on 1 player, just finishes Altair from HT. We'll have to see what happens in the later stages of the game, as HC is being contested from PES from one side and another team from the other side. Diffuse, on the other hand, making their way in a good compound right now. But then the major factor is that will they be able to make inside the zone for long, because the zone has actually, left a lot of teams, and the zone is quite centralized. Gatka query, exactly the thing that, as I said, this is going to be a Gatka query zone, and that is where the zone is kind of ending. That's going to be something for the game, as well as Bablu squad is trying to barge in once again. They're trying to go for a rotation, and that is going to be really bad, as ROG's players were trying to spot some players and just trying to pop some heads out. And look at this. Look at the early rotation that Bablu is doing right now for the 5th circle to end. PS can't take down one player. That is going to be soulless from HT, and would like to end his legacy, as well as PS Vegeta goes for it. And look at this. DFUZeOfficial was trying to take some shots. Now they realize 2 seconds. 2 seconds left. They'll have to get inside the vehicle and just move inside the zone right now. The zone is important. 20 minutes into the game, ladies and gentlemen. And on the other side, Freestyle Kashuf takes down one player from PES. That is not looking good for them, as they are taking the fight outside the circle right now. The circle damage is going to be a lot. And look at this. Another player has been spotted, but out there, FS players have also been spotted. 1 HP left on them. But as of now, I think FS Baba is doing incredible good in this fight of Arkadians versus Freestyle. Just trying to get those skill points, skill numbers racking up, but then they'll have to get inside the zone as well. Buggy comes in handy, and the movement is happening out there for the zone.
Yeah, they are gonna try and rotate with those movements, but PES, they lose one player. Khan is gonna be taken out as well by the players from the side of HT. The long range battle is just not working for them, but once again, Bablu is gonna be in a hard spot. They have to prone down, they are stuck in an open area.
Look at this, they are going for the grenade. For what reason? There's no one right in front of them.
There's the players from the side of Freestyle. They actually, did they manage to get away from Arcadians?
No, yeah, exactly. That thing just happened, and that was just impressive from their side. But then look at this. Virus, can this one grenade end the legacy? As this grenade is on 3 players, and FalaQ has been taken out. Respect was out there, and they'll be taken down by the players of BTK. But this thing out there, look at this. Virus is slowly and steadily trying to eat his opponents if he can, and that is going to be really bad for DFUZe, as they are not inside the circle. They're outside the circle. Freestyle gets eliminated on the 11th spot out there. I'm pretty sure that has been done by Bablu, if I'm not wrong. And look at that. MK14 comes in the equation right now, as players from Rogue Nation are going one-on-one, and Titanium falls short. I think that is going to be the ending of Titanium from Rogue Nation, or if anything, we have 26 players alive, 10 teams remaining, as the 5th circle is slowly and steadily ending in the 21+ minute gameplay right now. We'll have to see how long the game goes, as the players are trying to spot their opponents in the open, and like that, they're just going to end the legacies, as Team RS just goes down by Bablu once again. The name is shining out there in the kill feed. Goes with his Mini 14, goes with his AKM, and Alian with his M4 right now, with 40 bullets in his hands right now, just trying to take more and more kills out there. And I think he's going to pop the heads of 2 players. Impressive gameplay. 3rd player is also go down. He's going to end the second. He's just going to end the 2nd player, and I think now the barrel is going to come in handy, but he will be spotted beforehand. The reload comes in. That wastes his time and just takes him out.
Yeah, the 2x on that M4 just working perfectly for the guy, but unfortunately he was taken down. He was finished off by DFUZe's other players. You can't keep shooting at an entire team and not expect them to notice it. But on the other side, DFUZe Ronnie is going to be taken down by the player of TX. They have a lot of area cover for themselves, and the compound's just being outside the zone. But Tyrant now focusing his attention on PES Wolverine, and with that red dot too.
They don't know it's PES Wolverine. They just want kills. Yeah. They'll read it in the kill feed if anything. They want to go for it. But now they have read that Arud has been taken down by him, as Bablu squad is going for a fight. 10 kills once again, going on that dual number of kills. And look at this, Phobia is going for it, but he will be spotted on the other direction. The shots were taken on him, and I think he has been taken down. HTeamXRange goes down out there, and 2x is also in a bit of trouble right now, as Major Whitey was taken down by Bablu's players. I mean, this squad is looking really good, and this squad, look at this. They have a perfect cover inside the circle right now. 3 vehicles to cover them out. They can just blast the tires and not worry for the shots to reach from the downward end. But look at this. Pikachu has been spotted from Rogue Nation Clan. Exactly the thing. Blast your tires and you are safe.
Yeah, and Bablu, by then, they have lost their entry fragger. Danny is gone from this game. He was deleted by the players from the side of ROG. So Bablu, they are going to be, their playstyle is going to change a bit depending on these situations, but we have to see how much do they change, how can they adapt to this one, because it was always Danny who was the person who was sort of responsible for finding those openings in those fights.
Exactly.
And now that person is gone.
Exactly, and one thing I'm liking about LOU, I guess, they have an airdrop for their cover. Obviously, no airdrop means that your legs are also safe. I mean, the gun, for the vehicles, it's not that similar story. But look at that thing. They can actually put the game in their favor right now. But then they'll be contested from the behind the area. One thing about Bablu is they have nothing to worry from their back. No one's gonna hit them from their back. But then they can just barge in on each and every team. And LOU is in the center of the zone right now. Those smokes can save them, but those smokes are an invitation for the other teams just to shoot randomly and maybe, just maybe, try and pop some heads. ROG is ready for a fight. Rogue Nation is looking good out there. BTK is ready for a fight. The final player, PES, is Wolverine, still surviving. DFUZe's 2 players, and 1 player from Tyrant goes down as Uzi comes in handy by Ash. Will he try to just end him? Yes, he does. 2 players on Bablu remaining right now with 10 kills in their hands, and Ash is moving forward. 3 bullets in his Uzi. He should be reloading it right now, if anything.
He should be reloading, because if he goes into a fight with that, he is definitely going to die as soon as the reload kicks in. But Bablu, they are going to be in a bit of trouble right now. 2 players remaining from the squad. On the other side, LOU Esports still with all 4 players alive right in the center of the circle. And the way this circle is, this should be feeling like the final circle of the game, just because how open this is. You are going to be able to see anyone who's going to stand up. So you have to keep yourself prone down on the ground. And that is exactly what is happening. This is like a game of Sanhok, apart from all the grass and all the trees missing.
Exactly. This is like the game of snakes, if anything. And look at this thing. DFUZe's player is left out there. PES Wolverine is left out there. The Scarl in his hand. Can it just do any damage or something? That is one thing we'll have to see. Ash is out there, and we'll have to see, because he is taking the zone damage out there. Outside the zone, the circle is damaging a lot to him, and he has a player right in front of him. Is he going to give a kill or not? He is going for a heal battle. Taking painkillers is the second player, and Ash once again popping up the second first aid from his side. BTK dead shot has been taken on. That will be the end of Team BTK, and Ash final first aid for him. This final pop is gonna change everything, because after this he can either move in or just stay out there, and he has decided to move in. But on his right is 1 player. I think he hasn't been spotted yet, but he hasn't spotted his opponent as well, as that is gonna be DFUZe. Wolverine still outside the equation. Still no one has spotted him, and look at this, Ash and 1 player, I guess that's Honey. They're just really close to each other, and that is the end of Arkadians on the 6th spot as he gets spotted. That was something. ROG is the dog. The dog is still surviving out there. Pikachu, he can just blast his own car right now if he just wants to go for it, because that is going to be a really good cover for him, and I think he's going to go for the blast on the car.
Yeah, in these later stages, you have to think about these situations, because if someone actually blows that up, that's just going to be bad for your teammate, because you're going to be dead, and he's going to be the only man left standing. And now the blast-offs are probably going to happen. Yes, here comes the first one, and the second one is going to kick in soon. But on the other side, LOU, Muzamil, he has been taken down, he has been knocked out, and the Doc is going to look to finish him off. But the spray just not connecting. Muzamil moving slowly, crawling slowly towards his teammates, and LOU Esports, they have the man advantage in their favor, but the circle is slowly closing in, and now Bablu can be free from the backs. They just have to fight from the side and the front. Oh, but the spray connecting from DFUZe. Honey, he catches Ghost off guard, and a lot of damage being given away. Pikachu takes a lot of damage as well, and both of these players could die at any seconds unless they heal up. They use those heals, they use those painkillers, those energy drinks, everything that they have to come back to 100%. The spray, the blind spray, just putting Bablu so close to their demise. But now, once again, down to the top 5 teams in this game. DFUZe with 1, Portal with 1, Rogue Nation with 2 players, Team Bablu with 2 players, and LOU Esports with all 4 players alive right now. DFUZe once again trying to close the gap in, but Bablu, I think they caught them off guard. Honey has dropped down to 50% health. Once again, DFUZe Honey is focused on PES Wolverine, but he's going to be finished off by Wolverine instead.
That reload comes in handy. Look at this. 4 players from LOU make it 3 as Ghost has been taken out, but Wolverine is low on health right now. He's going to go for a grenade. If that grenade hits in the right direction, that's going to be something, but Ghost is low on HP as he's taking shots. And look at that grenade. That is a far away grenade. Takes down 1 player. That is going to be Ghost, and 1 player from Rogue Nation has been taken out. The Doc is the lone survivor. Will finish. I mean, Groza is the demise of Bablu right now in the previous game as well. Pikachu is a lone survivor sitting out there in that smoke cloud, the cluster of smoke. Wolverine is not healing yet. If a gunshot just goes by past him, that's going to be the end. Phobia has been taken on by Wolverine. This guy is playing impressive right now. 6 kills for him. 16 bullets in his gun right now. Make it 40 as he goes for a reload, but still not a first aid right now. Would like to take out more and more things. And spots another player, but will be taken down by the lone survivor. Portal Esports make their exit. 5 people alive. 3 teams remaining. 2v2v1. Make it as one more player has been spotted, and this is going to be something the game can go in Bablu's favor right now as the two teams are busy fighting each other. Look at this, the dog, the lone survivor out there from those two teams. That's going to be something, and that is the end of Rogue Nation out there, ladies and gentlemen, and the revive is not going to come. Bablu Pikachu, can he just do it for his team? One final chicken dinner for the team right now. They can make it to 3, and LOU, they had a good run. They have always come to second position. Can they go to first position this one as one kill gets stolen by Bablu Pikachu? The information has been given. Abood versus Pikachu. Final circle, the heal battle zone, ladies and gentlemen. That is what this one is. After this, there's not going to be any circle. 29 bullets in Scar L and no healings.
No healings.
Yes, level 3 helmet invest and no backpack for either of them. That is incredibly amazing. Uses an energy drink so that he can just go in for a fight, and I think they haven't spotted each and everyone yet. And right now, 40 bullets, 24 bullets. Final 24 bullets as no backpack was there. So final 24 bullets on Abood's side and 40 bullets on Pikachu. Can he just make it count? Each and every single shot is gonna count. No backpack for them, no healings for them, 2 bullets for them, and I think they have spotted it, and that is gonna be the end. Oh my! Incredibly amazing as Bablu gets another chicken dinner.
Yeah, Bablu getting another chicken dinner, 3 chicken dinners in a game, and all 3 of those games they were finishing with 10 plus kills in each. I think in this game they had 14 kills, and that was the least amount.
Why did you not have a chicken in the third game, man?
Yeah, that would have just been 4, and Ocean had a bet with someone, so he would have been really happy about it.
I'm still happy if anything, but then this team.
Now you're just like upset, like why not 4? Why not 4?
But still, this team is, it's like they know how to keep the game in their place. Pikachu did not, he knew that he was a final survivor. He did not go for a single shot. He let Rogue Nation and LOU Esports fight with each other. He knew that one player of LOU was down. He stole the kill, and then he just went in for it. And let's see who's the MVP from Bablu's side.
I think it's going to be Pikachu again.
I don't know, because 14 kills. We'll have to see if there's someone else who has more kills than Pikachu. And it started, oh my god, 5 kills for the guy out there. This person, 721 damage. Survival time was 22. The game went for 26 minutes.
Yeah.
29 minutes, sorry.
Yeah.
The survival time of him was 22 minutes. Imagine if he was still alive.
Yeah, Tyrant is literally a Tyrant in game, and he was taken out earlier as he was caught out from the players who were coming in from the blue zone.
Yeah.
And it was a 1 versus 2 fight, and he could not just take all the damage in. But from there on out, Ghost and Pikachu were the only 2 players who were left surviving, and they still somehow managed to clutch out the entire game in their own favor.
Incredible if anything. And this time, as you said, the entry frag Ardani was taken out in the earlier stages. The team was with 3 players. They did not have the zone as well. They took their fight with R3D in the first segment. That team went down. Then they eliminated another team that was coming for them. That team went down. So all in all, this team had an incredible fight, and there was one more team that had an incredibly impressive fight. Wolverine from PES was not healing, but was still just going on.
He should have healed. He had 4 first aids. He had I think if I remember correctly, he had 5 or 6 bandages on him. Had 2 or 3 energy drinks. Like, he had enough heals to be 100% health, and he would have taken that fight easily. But why?
And impressive gameplay by Abood as well from LOU. I mean, that was impressive. But then let's see which players made it to top 5, as we might see some new names and some new changes as the players of Bablu were taken out. Or is it gonna be out there? Wolverine was out there with 6 kills exactly. The guy was just doing damage out. There's 915 damage for him. Tyrant was out there with 5 kills. Pikachu once again making an opening, but then 3 players from Bablu still surviving out in this one.
Oh boy. And that was only because Danny was taken out a lot earlier than everyone else. And once again, one thing I noticed was after Danny was killed off, Bablu went full on passive. Tyrant was the only guy who was protecting their backs, and from there on out, they did not start a single fight.
Yeah.
They just waited for someone to shoot at them, then they would react to that. But they would not engage because their entry was out. The man who was responsible for getting the first knock, the man who was responsible for spotting out enemies, he was gone now.
Yeah, and in the final circle, see, each and every single thing matters. You put on a backpack, you remove your backpack, that thing matters.
Yeah.
Both the players removed their backpack. That was an impressive gameplay, because if your opponent sees a pixel of your bag as well, he's just going to know that you are just sitting out there. And what happened is, an impressive thing, Bablu Pikachu was one side, and
Yeah.
that guy shot on an empty backpack on
Yeah,
the right side.
exactly,
Abud shot on an
exactly.
empty backpack. He thought that there was the opponent. Like, that was impressive. We know that Bablu just won this game, but then which team was out there? That is one thing that will just
I think I just want to see how far ahead Bablu is of the second position team, and it's going to be 34 points for Bablu, first position. LOE Esports, 21 points for them on the second position. Portal Esports, they are going to be third, 15 points. Rogue Nation on the fourth position, 13 points. And DFUZeOfficial is going to be fifth, 11 points. 2xOfficial is going to be sixth, 8 points. TeamBTK is going to be seventh with 8 points. Arkadians are going to be 8th with 8 points to their name.
I mean, as of now, these were the top 8, but then moving forward, there are going to be some teams that, did fairly well in the previous games, but right now they just fell a bit short. H2E was out there on the 9th, HTeamXRange was out there on 10th, Freestyle was out there on 11th. This team had an impressive run, but right now, in this particular match, they were out, they eliminated early. FalaQ was out there on 12th. RS was having a decent run, got eliminated early. Team Aqua is having kind of a bad day, but R3D Esports, this team is sitting on the second position overall. We'll have to see how this ends for this team. And Blacklist was the first team to get eliminated on the 16th spot with just 1 total point. I would like to see what happens with R3D Esports when we are going to, count with the overall standings and all those things. But as of now, obviously, Team Bablu, they're just out there.
Yeah, Team Bablu has been really impressive, and even I want to see where they stand. Are they going to cross that 100-point mark within the first day itself? Or is there something that's going to keep them away, some extra points? I think they're going to be...
They have... Let's just see it. Let's just see the overall standing.
Let's have a drum roll with it. And here they are. Oh, they crossed 116.
God. Talking about 100, they had 110 plus crossing out there. I mean, like...
Oh, boy. Yeah, that's like no words can express how impressive this Samis team. Yeah,
more than double, and team that is on second has 15 kills, and they have 50 plus kills. Like
LOU Esports have 51 points in total, and Bablu with just the kills are over them.
That's quick maths, and we'll have to see what happens after that, because Bablu is out there 116 points, LOU Esports 51 points on the second position, Rogue Nation also has a big jump out here, 47 points in the third position, Portal Esports, once again a team that jumped out there, and 2xOfficial actually went down, they were on 4th in the previous game, right now they are on 5th, R3D Esports was sitting on 2nd, one early exit takes them down to 6th. That is how the game changes.
Yeah, that's the volatility being caused by Bablu just getting all the kills and all the points for them.
Yeah.
So all the other teams are going to be fighting for those single points, because right now, look at this Portal, they get 1 point, they move up ahead of Rogue Nation. And RSxTeamx, they literally survive for 1 or 2 extra positions and 2 extra kills. Arkadians are moving on to 8. RSxTeamx is going to climb up over them. So gaps are going to be there in the standings, but the volatility is just going to stay the same.
Exactly, and that is one thing that's just, change each and everything for the team. And moving on to the 9 to 16 for this first day. I mean, Freestyle still sitting out in their comfort zone right now. TeamBTK, once again, a comfort zone team. But then, one thing, okay. Diffuse had a bit of a jump in their position points, but then they'll have to continue this run when they'll come and play again.
And Diffuse is, again, one of the stronger teams, known for their consistent performances in tournaments. So people would like to see them move on to the semi-finals, move on to the finals of this PMCO as well. On the other sides, Team Aqua, Blacklist. Team Aqua, I really want to see them move on as well. But the unfortunate thing is that they are already playing with a disadvantage. That is that they have just 3 players in the roster.
Yeah, that is totally true. And Blacklist was on 15, Team Rage on 14. I mean, these are the standings. But, okay, one thing. If some team wants to, learn the strategies of their opponents, right now everyone knows that Team Bablu has a weak spot, and that is Miramar.
Yeah.
If you want to fight against them, Miramar is kind of a jiggly slot for them. But other than that, all the teams will have to come up with a strategy with which they can just take this team down. If not, then just, slowly and steadily eliminate the players of Team Bablu, because, I mean, to be honest, even that is not working, as Dani was taken out, but then the team still has a chicken dinner.
And alright, so let's talk about this. Today we had teams from Group A and B playing, but tomorrow we have C and D coming in, and a lot of strong teams are there as well. Talking about a few, it's going to be KPK and Gaming Hub. Then it's Team Envy, a team you discussed earlier. So one of those teams would actually be looking to contest and leave a mark, or even pass by what Team Bablu has done today. But before that is going to happen tomorrow. But for now, let's have a look at the kill leaders. and see where they stand. Bablu is just going to be there. All 4 of them right next to each other. Pikachu, 19 kills, 2400 damage. Ghost on the second position, 13 kills, 2700 damage. Bablu Tyrant, 11 kills, 1900 damage to the guy. And 4th is going to be taken by Bablu Danny, 10 kills, 1400 damage. Look at that.
Talk about comebacks, and this is an impressive comeback out there. And PS Wolverine, the guy had 6 kills in this particular game as well, and that just takes his number from 2 kills overall to 8 kills overall for the 5th position in the top overall kills with 1839 damage. Talking about 6 to 10, if it's Baba, he had a pretty decent run in his particular singular gameplay, not the squad gameplay as such, but then has 7 kills, 1305 damage. 2x Alian has 7 kills as well. Nightmare from Rogue Nation has 7 kills and 777 damage. Still sitting on that 777 number out there. And Titanium and Leon from Rogue Nation and Ark are sitting on 6-6 each right now.
Yeah, but the difference is just visible from the damage in itself by the players of Bablu, and if you compare that to the other players as well. So the team just loves fighting a lot. And another thing, you were talking about the fact that right now teams from Group B and C would be watching the games and they would be trying to spot out weaknesses and what they can exploit against Bablu. One of those things would be Danny, because Danny is someone that the team relies on heavily, and Tyrant as well. Pikachu and Ghost, they are the heavy fraggers for the team, but it is these 2 guys that sort of create the openings and are the ones who are responsible for covering for their teammates.
Yeah, but then still the team kind of knows that even if their player goes down, they still know how to manage up a fight.
Yeah.
There is one thing. If plan A fails, they have a plan B ready. If plan B fails, they have a plan C ready. If plan C fails, they just drop their backpack and just shoot the last person and just win the game or something. I don't know. That's just a situation that just happened out there. And the team, for the first day of Pakistan, has 3 chicken dinners.
Yeah. That was just impressive. But with that, we come to an end for day number 1. Tomorrow is going to be day number 2, and we'll be back with a lot of action from teams from Group C and D. My name is Varun Super Johnny John. That is Ocean Sharma. And if you guys liked our casting, you can follow us on our socials. That will be on your screens in a couple of seconds. And we'll be taking an exit for today. You guys take care and good night.